You are now listening to an Open Mind Industries production. Welcome to Open Mind Industries Podcast, The Mind Unleashed. Sit back, relax, and unleash your mind. Hey guys, welcome to The Mind Unleashed, episode 87. As we always do, let's get a few shout-outs to our supporters. First one's Lyft, the ride-sharing app. Use our code TMUP for, I believe, like $5 off per ride if you're new to Lyft. I haven't used it in a long time, it's been a while. Link will be down in the description. Also, please check out 3D Scan to CAD. What Popple does is 3D scanning technology. He scans a lot of vehicles, automotive stuff, and brings it into 3D to have it CNC'd or milled into actual parts for you guys. He's offering you guys pretty good deal. It's $100 per hour. The link's down below in the description. His work is incredible. He's all over Instagram, YouTube, etc. So definitely check him out. His prices are really reasonable for what he does. You go to your body shop or what have you, scan with the Peel 3D, and have the parts ready for you. He's pretty fucking phenomenal at what he does. He used to be an engineer with another company, so definitely check him out. 3D Scan to CAD. Pricing is believable and reasonable. I'll put links down below in the description so you can check him out down below. Also, please check out CAS Center for Cinematic Aerial Services. What Daniel does is professional drone shooting and photography for any small business or small project, film, what have you. Guy's amazing. He also does Danny's Day Out. I'll put links down below in the description. He is offering you guys $179 per property, so definitely take advantage of his work. Amazing, great price, great work. Okay, I recommend him. Also, want to recommend Strauman Law. Strauman Law does about USPTO and trademarking. Honest to goodness, attorney. Wouldn't recommend if I didn't. You know, amazing guy. If you're looking to get your business taken care of properly and done correctly, please check out StraumanLaw.com for branding and trademarking. Also, please check out Angie Connors. Angie does about their house, walked us through every buying step of the way of this, step. How to get it done do it properly, and just take care of it really good. So definitely check her out. Links down below in the description. Alrighty guys, welcome to episode 87. For those who have seen me on YouTube, this is going to be a refresher of Project X. So this is going to be the title of this one again. Didn't like how Project X kind of came out. I was kind of recording when I was playing a little video games, played some GTA, and I was kind of multitasking and trying to speak to you guys about what Project X actually was. That was last episode. That was about fucking a while back. I think we did it in April. It's now May 22nd. So yeah, I've been not gone. It's been lazy to hit the record button on the podcast. But a lot to discuss. So let's talk about Project X. Let's talk about what the heck's going on in the theme park life. Let's talk about some things that are happening. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's enjoy. This might be a long one. Sorry. So if you want to tune out, tune in, you know what to do. What the heck was Project X? Project X turned out to be a PS4 buy for a friend of mine, Dakota Bowles. You guys have seen him on the podcast before and stuff like that. First time with eBay buying again. Probably my second time majorly trying to find something. During, the pandemic and still being on lockdown and all that good stuff. It's been rough, man. It's been, wild, and Dakota really never had a console. So I've been kind of trying to, do something cool and had a few bucks aside. So my goal was, quietly. I was talking to Pernisco, who you guys have seen on the podcast before. He should have been on like episode 3 or 4. We recorded that video chat. And I got a little advice from him. I said, hey, maybe I'm looking to get a PS4. And then we were like, okay, well, how the hell do we do it? And we ended up codenaming as Project X. Project X, like keeping it quiet. Because Dakota was playing on his Nintendo Switch with Fortnite. And he only had like a regular computer and stuff like that. Super awesome dude. You guys have seen him on the podcast and stuff like that. So the guy really was deserving of it. And I decided to raise some funds through selling my PlayStation Vita because I really never played it. And a few offers were made on it because of how good a condition it was in. I take care of it. And a few other games I was putting with it. One of my friends offered me some cash and was like, hey, would you really willing to take it for this? I said, honestly, no. He's like, well, I want the box and I want everything you've done with it. My first time using eBay as a seller. I've never sold on eBay or anything like that, so it was kind of weird. When getting that all done and just getting fucking Facebook and going through the marketplace and trying to get all that taken care of was rough. Because we were trying to keep it quiet too. That I was telling Pernisco, I was like, hey man, I don't know if it's going to sell. He's like, what are you trying to sell? I was like, the Vita. So he's like, what's the budget on the Vita? I was like, well, it's in great condition, no cracks, everything charges. The only problem was there on the wire power cable, there was a divot taken out of the stupid cable because of my backpack. I was taking it to work a lot and plying it there just to, kill some time before I clock in. Got a fly flying around. If you hear thunder, it's a day shower here. It's really weird. It's like 100 degrees out of here, and it's raining in Florida. Surprise. But yeah, I would take it there and, taking photos of it. I ended up getting blacklisted on Facebook for imagery because I used the box art, which came with it. Was a Borderlands 2 edition, and the guy had his fingers up underneath his head like this, blowing his, head off or whatever it is. And that got taken down by Facebook because of the protocol, and then I had to re-upload it and stuff like that. So somebody blocked me because, I guess, of pricing or something like that. But like, this is inappropriate. But no, they offered me a price and then knocked it down and said, no, wait, I got lowballed quite a few times on Facebook, and I said, let me try the eBay thing, and so I did. I put it up on there, and I didn't know how the hell I was doing. I wish, now that I know, that eBay would charge you the upfront fee of your invoice, because I didn't know, at the end of it, you owe them more money in the invoice, you owe them more money for listing, and they take a percentage of sale. I did not know that until the end of it. Am I pissed about that? Not really. I just know better now why people put pricing of the bids, because they take about, 20%, 15%, 13%, something like that. I don't even know the extra percentage. So I ended up paying like $33 on top of what I did. But the budget was around $200. So I said, okay, let's put this up here for $200. Sorry. So let me put this up there for $200 and see. I saw the audio was funny differently. I said, let me put this up for $200 and see what happens. Pernisco's like, you think so? It's going to sell? I was like, we'll see, He's like, you think somebody's going to want it? I was like, well, it's money, I have a budget of, what the hell is my budget? My budget was around $2-something. So I was like, okay, I'm willing to spend. If I sold the Vita for $200, I would have, a few more bucks to spend. Finding a fucking PS4 was the roughest time during this protocol, this lockdown, everything. I looked everywhere from Craigslist to Facebook. Nobody wanted to sell it. Nobody wanted to, people were selling, but it's fucking inflation. Let me sell it for this price. Let me sell it for that price. $400 or $500. I was like, doesn't come with a lot of times didn't come with a controller. And, I told Pernisco, I was like, oh my god, I don't have the Vita to sell. Put the Vita up there for about $1, went up, went up a little bit, went to $40. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I literally put the reserve out there like at $200, but then I dropped it down to like $170 because I was like, it got towards the end. Luckily, it kept climbing as we were freaking waiting. Me and Pernisco were like chatting through, PS4 into Fortnite because it's a cross-platform, so we were able to chat. And I would tell him, it's like, hey man, like the numbers are going up. He's like, for what? I was like, and I would text him. He's like, ooh, okay, cool. And I'm like, what are you thinking? Do we know anywhere to find one? He goes, well, check Let's Go, check a few other things. Let's Go, I tried the app. I don't fucking know. I don't know if I like it or not. Don't like it. For me, it's just weird. But I went there and a few sellers hit me up and I put it on Craigslist, which funny story about Craigslist in just a second. So I kept working at it. Finally, day comes, man. I had about 7 to 12 bidders. Finally got up to 177. Ended up selling it for $203. And was pretty freaking happy. And then it was like my time. Gotta remember, quarantine life, getting paid a little bit from work. Excuse me, I'm just talking too much, makes me on. Quarantine life. So, like, getting still paid, had some money put away. And I said, okay, man, I'm gonna take $80 out of my own pocket and then pay for the rest. Pay for the PS4. Okay, now that the sale is done, I mailed it out to the guy. The guy gave me a really good review on eBay. I like to be me, especially with the open mind. I like to be myself and just be very upfront with my clients or whoever I'm selling to. People don't read descriptions at all. Like, the guy that bid on it, he read the whole entire description. He knew what he was getting into. He couldn't wait to get it. And he was like, man, you're very communicative. You talk. Like, he asked me a question, I wrote back. Then he's like, man, you talk a lot. And I was like, well, it's good to be on. He's like, no, man, I appreciate it, man. I bought something from somebody and they didn't say a fucking word. And it was rough because I was trying to find a PS4. So I had a budget of about $220. And I ended up spending a little bit over that. I ended up spending about, altogether now, I think I spent 80 to $90 over budget. But it wasn't fun. I got him a stand and the PS4. Finding the PS4 was rough. I went to 44 and down to 40 different sellers for the PS4. Oh my god, I went to everybody I know, grandmother. I was like, hey, like, you taking offers? Here's, 175. Here's this, here's that. Oh, yeah, man, I got one available, but, I'm selling it for like $250. I'm like, why? Doesn't come with a controller, doesn't come with a power cord, doesn't come with anything, so I don't even know if it works. Oh, no, man, I rebuilt it, it works, I do refurbishments, I said, what the fuck? At least make it come with a controller. So finally, man, I'm going and like, finally fucking placed the order because I got the stimulus check, so I had a little bit extra. Smart. But I had money put away, so I'm not stupid with money. A little bit stupid with money, but not that stupid with money. Just know where to, not spend. Don't spend it if you don't got it. So anyway. It's getting kind of wild. Like, finally made the order, and I couldn't wait because I was getting paid anyway for my job, and so I was like, let me just use a little bit. And I ended up spending money from stimulus. Put that in savings immediately. I didn't spend it. Everybody's like, what are you doing with stimulus? I'm like, putting it in savings. That's the number one thing you should do with your fucking stimulus. Savings, because you don't know how long you're going to be able to work. We already knew we were going to be, like, furlonged from work, and now, yesterday, we found out we're going back. Starting next week, the next 2 weeks, we'll be starting the implementation and going back to work, so it was kind of really weird. I will talk all about that probably another little bit later. We'll leave this all in one podcast. So, yeah, man, sold the Vita, finally got it out, and the guy was very cool. He wrote me back when he got it. I didn't know they hold your payment. eBay holds your payment no matter what, how good of a seller you are or not. They hold your payment until the package is delivered, I guess. I guess they got fucking tired of people bullshitting and selling rocks and selling fake shit and broken shit, because, yeah, it sucks, man, when people are, selling you something and then, either the shipper fucks it up or you fuck it up or something like that. So, kind of glad they take that protocol because I've been buying from eBay quite a bit now. And it helps because I just had another thing we'll talk about in just a few minutes. What I bought due to the Open Mind gaming area. But yeah, man, so I looked and talked to so many different sellers, like went from 4 to 40. Went to one guy and 4, like, hey man, like one guy offered like $200. He's like, hey, if you're willing to trade for the Vita, I have a PlayStation 4. The disc drive doesn't work, but the hard drive works. And I'm like, no, that's not going to work, man. Like, my buddy's going to want to, want to play a physical copy of something, because physical copies are good to get. Which he did. So, finally, like, everybody declined. I got so many declines on my damn eBay account from only freaking PS4s I was looking for. Finally, I saw a pawn shop or a wholesaler, a distributor, and they had so much shit. I guess they had a few PS4s, so I was like, they had a 1 terabyte slim for, I think it was like $250. So I said, fuck it, man, like, let's get it, let's do it. So I ordered it like that in the morning. Once I realized I had money in the account, ordered it immediately, got paid the next day for my job. So, like, it worked out in the end. I ended up, like, money went out, money went back into savings. So it was the goal. We were on budget. How I had a little bit off budget because I ended up buying in the stand and stuff like that. But told my buddy's like, oh shit. So, we were excited, man. It came all the way from, I think California. And we're keeping tabs on it. Now, he didn't know this, man, but like, we were jamming and it was already in shipment. And then, like I said in the previous podcast, for those were like, you already talked about this. I kind of did. Yeah, so like, we knew it was coming. And it gets to 0 hour. Like, it's arriving in Orlando in like the next, like 24 hours. And he's downstairs in they got a condo, so they had like his upper and lower floor. But the condo walls are so thin and shit like that. So I kind of second guessed myself because like there was a huge thing and a little bit of argument that it was going on his end with his family. And I was like, man, did I make the right decision of like, getting him a console? And like, I know he's kind of going through some shit. And, my buddy was like, yeah, man, like I know he's kind of rough. I don't know if he can play late with us or he can kind of enjoy kind of do things that he kind of wants to do, it kind of sucks for him. Like, he can't do much. But I don't know why I second guess myself. Like, the night it was ready to come, and then finally, like, the day of, and, package gets delivered. FedEx texts me and emails me. And I was like, oh my god, I hope it doesn't get stolen, where he lives. It lives in a pretty good area, but, like, you never know. People, doesn't matter where you live, it's fucking sketchy everywhere. And fucking stingy. So, just because you have something, they gotta have your shit. And you work your ass off for your shit. So I know what it's like. Because I grew up in New York and people would just steal your shit. Because that's what people fucking do. Why fucking work when they can steal your shit? That's just fucking life. So used to that. That's my lifestyle. People fucking have always done that shit. They'll go in there, yeah, cool, it's nice. Next day it's fucking gone. You don't even know where it went because they went and stole it. Because then you see them with it and you're like, what the fuck? And then you steal it back. Yeah, a lot of that in my life. Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of breaking people's fucking windows open and breaking their shit. But I digress from that. We're not here to talk about that. Anyway. So fucking man, it gets down to 0, and I was talking to Pernisco like all night. I was like, hey man, like, did I make the right call? I'm getting him a PS4, and he's like, did he ever want one? I said, no, but he kinda, it's kinda, he spoke about it a little bit, like, he'd like to have a console, but he only has a computer and stuff like that. So I kinda was like, hey, fuck, it's like, and after this whole week of just eBay fucking hunting for a PS4, it's all from 4 to 40 different sellers. Everybody's saying no. I think I have about fucking 25 to 30 no's, and then a few of them are non-replies. The people going, hey man, no. A few people wrote me back immediately. They would let the expiration go on the bid, and then one guy he wrote me back quick, and he was like, this is my counter offer, this or nothing. Don't even contact me. I'm like, alright, fuck you then. So I didn't contact him, and the PS4 didn't sell for what he wanted to, because I think somebody fucking lowballed him too. Somebody was like, nah. Some other guy, I was reading the conversation, said the same thing to him, said this, like, hey man, it doesn't have a controller, doesn't have this, yeah. And then, nah, and he ended up reporting the guy. He was like, hey man, I offered the guy something, I guess the PS4 got pulled down or whatever, the listing got pulled down. Anyway, so it gets to 0, and, like, we were jamming until, like, 11 at night, and his walls are fucking thin. So I know what it's like, you live in a tiny place, and it kind of, shit doesn't really absorb, And, we're like, fuck, man, also, it was funny, because we were, like, asking questions, like, during the week, we were playing Fortnite, because he's playing on his Switch, and we have a lot of respect for him playing on his fucking Switch. It is rough playing on your Switch. So for those who play Fortnite on your Switch, holy fuck, hats to you. That shit is rough. I tried it. Oh my god. PC gamers. Y'all. It's just fucking got your shit macroed. We play a lot of Fortnite and shit. So, now, got Overwatch last night. So, for PS4. So, probably gonna be playing a little bit of that and learning that finally. Because, why not? Anyway. So, 0 happens, and we're like, oh, fuck, just a huge argument happened. He kind of spoke to us about it. I'm not going to go into high detail of what it pertained. But, I was just like, damn, man, like, did I make the right decision to get him one? He's been kind of cooped up in his house, and, Michael was like, well, we'll see. I was like, so, I went to bed that night, and I was thinking, oh, shit, like, what if he says no, because there's nowhere to plug it in, and, he doesn't have a TV to plug it into, and stuff like that, This is a very simple life, But it ended up working out for the best. Like, the package fucking delivered that morning. And Pernisco texted me in the morning because he was busy with work or something like that. He's like, today's the day. And I'm like, today's the day, yeah. And it said it was delivered. And I was like, so we're in a group chat. Like I said, about 2 weeks before. About a week and a half before. We're asking, oh, do you have a headset? Oh, do you have earpieces? It's like the argument that he had was about noise level. So it was like, how you're a gamer in a house. And friends trying to sleep and trying to keep your voice down low so they can't really hear you while you're playing. And stuff like that. So I think one of our friends was always, we played Halo, and he's like, they're over there in the corner. Yeah. Like, he'd mute himself. I fucking said over there in the corner. Nah, that was cool game. Good. I'm like, it's a sword. He'd mute. And I'm like, well, my brother can hear some party shit too. He's right next, he's right next to me with another TV. So why are you fucking talking so loud? My brother goes, he lives with his parents, and it's like 11 at night, and so every time he gets to play, because he goes to college, and he works in the morning. I'm like, oh, gotcha. He's like, we gotta be fucking quiet too, because it's like nighttime and you want to sleep, which I understand. If you want to, you work different hours and shit, you want to sleep. So, we were asking if he had a headset and stuff like that, kind of trying to, the whole week we were trying to pick things out, like, do you have a headset, do you, and me and, me and Pernisco already knew the PS4 was coming, but he had no fucking idea, and it turned out to be amazing. But here we go. Keep bringing you guys back, just to get you kind of filled in, and like, come on, you said it fucking got delivered, so it got delivered, and like I said, Pernisco called me, and I called him, so I finally had to go into our group chat, and I said, so it was delivered. I didn't see anything, and I was like, I wanted to tell him so much, because I was like, maybe I should fill him in, something is coming, and I got so close the night before to say, hey man, keep your eyes out, there's a package coming to your door, but something told me not to do that, and I was like, I want to be a surprise, and Pernisco was kind of like, well, it's up to you, man, do you want to tell him or not? I was like, I kind of do, and I kind of don't. I kind of want to surprise him, but I know he's just kind of in a rough moment right now. And it was a family fight, just a noise level fight, this stupid shit. So it arrives, and I call and text him, and I was like, I said, hey man, like, he calls me Logan, and I call him Hank, because we're X-Men, shit like that. We're huge X-Men fans. And Logan for Wolverine, because of the crutches and stuff like that. And he likes Beast, the character, and he really loves it. My friends are, one friend's like Cyclops, because he fucking loves Cyclops. Everything's Cyclops, you gotta love her. My one friend is, we're talking about our favorite comics characters, and one friend is totally into Green Lantern. Green Lantern, everything. It's gotta be Green Lantern. So, doesn't care how bad the movie sucked. Everything has to be Green Lantern. Just all the comics and stuff that he loves. But I digress. So I text. And I still got it in my thing, but I'm not going to go back because we have so much conversations that day. And I go, hey man, you might want to check your the Blackbird delivered. You got a delivery. The Blackbird, dropped off something for you. And he replies, Logan, was that you? And I said, yeah, mostly me. Was it you guys? And I said, yeah, mostly me. And the emoji for fucking like tears dropping. Oh my god, what did I do to deserve this and all this stuff? And I'm like, well, surprise, I tried getting it through Amazon. However, like the seller on there, a couple sellers on there, were selling a PS4, but the OS needed to be reloaded into it. And I was like, why? Why do I need to put a fucking OS into it? Go to Sony.com, to PlayStation.com, get the OS, put it on an SD card, load it in, make sure the system's functioning, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're back to go, and you're updating all the firmware. Yada. I didn't want to go through all that. Michael was like, don't fucking do that, man. Like, get something that's gonna work. Which I really didn't know this company that I ordered it from was gonna pay off, but they followed through. It was a legit PS4 from refurbishment from the PlayStation in general, and it didn't come with the earpiece, but that's one thing I put in the review. It didn't come with the earpiece, but my buddy, even Pernisco, was like, I wouldn't want the fucking earpiece. So Michael and David, Michael's husband, ended up getting Dakota a really kick-ass Turtle Beach headset. It spent a little bit more money than I asked them to, but they were taking care of that for me, because I ended up spending a little more than I needed. I spent maybe about $100 over my budget, but that's fine. The goal was like $60. I ended up spending $100 out of my own pocket. But yeah, man. So it lands. He opens it up and he goes, "Holy shit!" What do I do to deserve this? I can't wait to hook it up. And I'm like, "Oh my god, this is such a fucking relief," because I told him, I was like, "Hey man, like we were thinking about fucking getting rid of it because you had a fight the night before. We didn't know if it was a good idea." And Michael's like, "I wish I could take credit for it, but this was all Ali's idea," and he was fucking stoked, and I'm super stoked that he has it. And he fucking loves it, man. He finally got final. He think of a guy, man, who deserves something beautiful, and he got it. Because, like, here I am thinking, okay, gaming, but then he was like, "Oh my god, I can watch Disney Plus on it. And I can fucking go on YouTube, and I can," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I didn't think about Disney Plus. Oh my god, I didn't think about this or that." I didn't think about playing Final Fantasy, because he ended up buying that. That was his first actual game that he bought. It was Final Fantasy immediately. He bought Final Fantasy because he was like, I can play Final Fantasy. This opens up so many new worlds, and I apparently the only console he's ever had is an Xbox 360, and then a PS2 or PS1, and then a Nintendo 64. So he's never had a newer gen of console. Still newer gen, and his laptop wasn't really a hardcore, so it's really hard to get a hardcore console, hardcore PC. If you don't have the funds to really build the PC you've always wanted, it's kind of hard to afford, man. You're looking at anywhere from $500 to fucking $1,000 for a good, decent PC that's going to last you a couple years. Without minor upgrades, putting a new CPU, GPU, and stuff like that into it. But man, it landed. He opened it up. He was fucking stoked. I was so fucking relieved. I was able to spill my guts and be okay, man, this is what I had to go through this many buyers and sellers and all this shit, and it was a fucking pain in the ass, and but Michael ended up first the PS4 came, and then Michael literally ordered him a headset from Amazon now, and they got the headset there within 1 hour. So he got the headset immediately, and it arrived an hour after, and he was freaking out, and he was somebody knocked on his door and dropped up the headset, and he was like, who was this? And I'm like, that was your parents, that was your, that was your other friends, not me. I did the hard work, they did the easy work, so it paid off. But man, did it pay off so well. I can't be more fucking happy. Project X turned out to be a project in within itself, trying to find a console. You couldn't find them for any fucking price, because it was a PS4, me and Pernisco were looking for days, and we went to Let's Go, and we went to Craigslist. I went to Craigslist, and it was funny because you go through, and starting was at 220, then it would go to 260, then it would go to 300, then I think the highest I found was 400, and GameStop has been sold out fucking everywhere. They were 279 just for the one I even have, the original. I put a 2 terabyte in mine years ago. And knock on wood, it's still running fine. I keep it clean and all that stuff. Just take good care of my consoles. Hope to have them for a long time. And went to GameStop first, and GameStop was I could have bought. I thought about buying. The 500s from there, but they were $270, $275, $300, and that was without tax. And with shipping and tax, it was about $300. I'm where the fuck am I winning? I'm not even winning with these people. So, getting it from eBay, refurbished from Sony in general, it literally was from Sony, came in a Sony box, everything. Had the whole Sony, PlayStation box, everything. So it was refurbished from Sony, which was cool, because I was okay, cool. And then the seller, I wrote them back some good response. I was hey man, you came, and you guys knocked it out of the park, Just finding one for a fucking good price was such a bitch. And just talking to all the sellers and trying to be a gentleman with all the sellers, and hey man, writing them out what the hell was going on, why I was asking what I was asking with my offer. Many of them understood, and a lot of them were hey man, hit me up on Friday and I'll see what I can do for him. One guy was really trying. He said, hey man, I got a buddy of mine who might want to get rid of one of his. Let me get in touch with you. And then he ended up, a friend of his didn't like my offer. His friend was what's your offer? What's the max? And I was honestly, 220, 230 is my max. And he's all right, let me ask my friend. He has a couple of them. I'll ask if he wants to get rid of one of that. And this friend came back at around 280, and I was yeah, I can't. I just can't. It's just way out of my budget. But I ended up spending about $250, so on a freaking used refurbished console. Excuse me. And once I stop fucking podcasting, I won't be yawning. It's 5:55 here in Florida, and stop raining. But it's still sunshine out. But yeah, man, it was rough, man. I'm trying to fucking turn this out. That one guy who did help me out, thank you so much. Your thoughts are in my thoughts. You were awesome. Thank you for at least trying to help me find something. It was rough, man. It was fucking crazy. And this is we are just in quarantine. We're just kind of now getting out of quarantine. And, it's been kind of weird. We've been playing some Fortnite now. We've kind of been getting in the feel, and, I'm so glad he fucking loves it. I'm just so glad he appreciates it, because, I was I remember when I told him, I was oh my god, dude, I thought I would have to sell it. And he was dude, I wouldn't let you sell it, because I'd find a way to use it. So he's He's loving it. Every minute of it, he's like, I'm so happy to play with my friends overseas now. I can play with my friends overseas. Like, so many good things happened from this, and it was such a good thing for me to do. I know financially it was kind of rough, but it was like, you know what? Dude, do something good for a good person, good to you. And, yeah, I'm so glad he got to play with some. He plays with friends overseas now, because they have PS4s. Now he can play some games that we play, like Destiny and stuff like that. We did get him into GTA. He kind of, he doesn't kind of like it, but we you know, it's a lot of grinding in GTA. Still love it. Yeah, I'm yawning, Ollie. Jesus fucking Christ. But yeah, like he's been like, we play on we do our Fortnite. He finally got Mr. Meowscles, I want to say, like a few weeks ago. That we've been in like kind of a quarantine kind of thing, and now it's kind of lifting now. And it's been fun, man. I guess I just got Overwatch last night, so we're going to be jamming on a couple of that. I have never played Overwatch, so... Oh yeah, sorry about that loud crack your ears. Sorry. Sorry. I can hear everything in the headphones. I can hear everything you're going to be hearing. I do apologize. I'm just able to look some caffeine. Why when I do a podcast, yawn all the time. It is what it is. But yeah, no, we've been doing everything, grinding on Fortnite. I'm not a big Fortnite fan. I play with the guys because it's just fun to play with. Also, for those who've been sending me friend requests through PSN, please, if you could, just write in how you found out, because I don't know who I play with sometimes. Somebody wrote in and said, hey man, I'm going to be part of Open Mind Gaming or Roll My Gaming. I listened to your podcast, and that was cool, just to kind of give me a update of who you were. I like to put people on my friends list that I would like to play with, and we're just a jam crew, man. I like to play with people who are just cool, and just look at the game and have some fun, and a good chat, and I do like the Open Mind stuff, and everybody's like, but you did this, and you do this. I was like, Open Mind Gaming is another thing that I like to do with the Open Mind brand, because me being a disabled person, and, you know, not being able to get out much as I do, it's good to meet new people and kind of get everybody into their comfort zone, their alone, their zen, you know, and just have an open chat. And gaming for me was always fun to meet new people and go to the cons, and it's good to just sit down and kind of, what do you like? It helps your mind, especially mental stress and frustration. Get the fuck out. I had a friend who really never plays any video games. And one night I said, like, hey man, come over and play my console. Like, we were playing, I think, PS3 at the time. And he's like, oh, I really never played before. I said, okay, I'll show you how to play. And he goes, well, do you have any kill anything violent? You know, anything perfect game in GTA, you know, 5. I said, alright, brother, I'll put you on GTA. And he goes, what the hell's that? I went, it's just a game for you. He was having a rough night, and he had a rough day. And, so, they're putting him at a huge projector at the time. I don't know if you guys can remember. Probably in the earlier podcast, you've probably seen it. Probably if you look at the soapbox, I'm sitting on the futon, which I'm sitting on now. But the futon it's laid into a kind of a large couch right now, because I've been too damn lazy to fold it into a fucking couch. I've just been kind of, my pillow's behind me and not recording in the office. I ended up hooking up with GTA, and this is going to probably change your... Was I right? Once I showed him the controls, I gave him a character, I gave him Trevor, because I already beat the game and I already had so much damn cash, I didn't know what the hell to do with it, so I was like, alright. I let people play just to kind of relax and shoot things, and I was like, hey man, you know, go get chased by the cops, or go do something stupid, you know, it's a video game, you know, fucking sandbox, have fun. The amount of stress that he relieved in like 1 hour to 2 hours was like nothing he's ever experienced. He was like, we're sitting there playing on a huge ass 100-inch projector, and he's just like, oh my god, this is great. This is relaxing. This is why you play? And I'm like, yeah, this is why I play. I don't go take my anger at anybody. I can put the console on, play a little bit, and then my stress is gone. You know, I'm not harming anyone. I'm not projecting my anger to anyone. It's just the game and myself. I know it's fake. I know it's my endorphins are fucking gone, what have you. And there's games I do like to play for puzzle reasons. I like to play, strategy games. I like to play story games. Uncharted, loved it. I'm still gonna finish with Spider-Man. I finally beat Death Stranding. I fucking loved it. For some people, yeah, I can understand why it's not your cup. It's not your cup of tea. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fair enough. And it shouldn't be your cup of tea. It shouldn't be. Everybody should have their own opinion. Everybody should have their own opinion on the game. But the most people that I've spoken to about it, the story was fucking great. My friend goes, I didn't like the traversal. He didn't like the back and forth but he said the story was fucking outstanding, and it's kind of what kept him in. And myself too. I didn't like all the, I gotta go back, I gotta go do this. It kind of got fucking tiresome. But what the online thing did for me, it was like cool seeing other people drop shit off for you, or there was a path now where you just fucking climbed the path, and now there's a path because everybody kept walking. So it was updating hourly, and that's still a cool feature that I can log in. I still literally been going in, and since I finished the game, I've been trying to find some of the shit that I've been trying to find. The game was fucking outstanding. Like, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but the story, go online and YouTube, like, Death Stranding movie, and I'm pretty sure somebody put the whole thing there. But God, was it fucking amazing. I even did the birthday thing, because, like, my birthday came up, and I didn't play it for, like, 2 months. And if it's your birthday, and you put the correct your birthday in when you first start the game, it leaves you a happy birthday cake and, a birthday message from Bridges, and Sam says, happy birthday, dude, happy birthday, dude. So it was fucking cool. I'm not going to spoil it for those who haven't seen it, but definitely give it a try. It's a good price. It's not bad. It's going to fucking piss you off in some areas of like, oh, I got to go do this. But Kojima Productions, man, that team knocked out of the park with that damn game. Because it's not everybody's cup of tea. My aunt was watching me play it, and she's like, what's it about? I said, well, I kind of explained to her, I was like, well, the Earth is, going through its wipeout phase again, it's almost a distinction. It could be its, Zona, and then we're trying to get the world back together again, trying to stop this, to prevent it, the world ending, and yada yada. And she's like, oh, that sounds interesting. How's the story? I'm like, the story's fucking incredible. Once I got to the end, man, the story was top notch. That's one thing I gotta say about the ending, though. I guess I gotta say, towards the end, I was kind of fucking confused. I have a lot of captured footage I got from the PS capture card from the PS4, and that kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, oh, what the fuck is this? So like I had to figure out, like, okay, it's linear, so it's like, I gotta take you this way, and you get like, am I going the correct way? But the actors, Norman Reedus fucking knocked it out of the park. He really, I don't know if he had fun doing the game, but he seemed like he had a blast doing the game. And, man, top notch. I thought I understand why Hideo, somebody asked him, why did you keep all his tattoos and stuff like that? He's like, I wanted to keep Norman Reedus. I wanted Norman to be Norman. I didn't want to change Norman. I wanted Norman to bring something to the character because Norman's Norman. Which is true. When you play the game, you feel like he's got a life. It's him. And the game was fucking outstanding. Norman did a fucking phenomenal job. Like, as a character. Guillermo del Toro's voice actor did a great job. The guy who plays Guillermo, the voice actor who voices Guillermo, great job. I don't know who did the motion capture for Guillermo. Guillermo just did the face capture, like his scan. A friend of mine didn't know that it wasn't really Guillermo. He was like, wait, that wasn't Guillermo? I was like, it was Guillermo's face, but there's a voice actor doing the voice. I was like, Guillermo doesn't sound like that. He's like, oh, you're right. I was like, listen to Guillermo del Toro talk. He's like, you're right, that's true. And the girl that played Flagile, and all these other actors, and Cliff Unger, man, that dude was fucking amazing. Apparently he's from Hannibal, and I didn't even know that. Like, he ends up wishing you happy birthday during the game, and I was like, that's fucking cool as shit. My girl was like laying behind me on the thing here, and I have my flat screen right here hung up on the wall, and she was like, you're really gonna fucking start the game at 6 in the morning just to fucking hear it say happy birthday to you? I was like, So I did. It's on YouTube. You can hear me click the mic a little bit because she kept me. Because we ended up going to Disney later on that day with friends, and I'm gonna pull my friends who got to join me on that day. It was a pleasant day. Thank you, Ernesto and Trent and Dakota. And of course, Dana. It was a fucking great day. We got to do so much stuff. My friends were so beautiful to come out and have some fun time with me. We had a blast. We had a great time. It rained a little bit, but we we really made the day special, and it was really beautiful. So it was cool to have a birthday message from the Covito Dreamer team, and then an actual birthday. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty awesome. You can trick the system into thinking it's your birthday. You can actually put like your whatever date you want. It was like, happy birthday. So, it's cool though. Like, I felt like I had to use all the sky hooks and get all the sky stuff working for everybody else. So we were all working together. And, like, it was funny because I put the sky hook up and somebody else put a leg to it. And then I found one and I was like, oh, let me try. Power just jumped again. I can't wait for my damn UPS to come. Hopefully soon. I ended up ordering UPS for the printers here, and the laser cutter finally arrived weeks ago. And I've been using, so if you guys have been going on the page and stuff like that, you'll see some of the stuff I'm working on for that. And I've been printed a lot of freaking face shield things, and it's been wild. Had to stop doing that because of unemployment and stuff like that. Got unemployment, a little bit of unemployment, nothing much, but apparently I qualified for the fucking CARES Act, which is like an extra 6, but I was like, oh wow. So, and then, now that I have unemployment, going back to work within, again, another 2 weeks, I think. We don't know. Still don't know. I'm not going to confirm anything. My Universal Orlando has just confirmed it, so you all know where I work. They just confirmed it on Facebook and all the main pages, like, hey, yo, we're reopening, here's the days. It's been freaking wild with all that, and, but I do want to tell you, before I get into Universal stuff, I do want to tell you about, and COVID and all that shit. Like I said, once Dakota got his system, I ended up, everybody started getting Nintendo Switches, which, another thing, I promise I'll go back to the Universal stuff, but I wanted to kind of, speak about, what this other thing I got. I ended up buying myself a Nintendo Switch, put some money way previous, and, wasn't really planning on getting one, but then everybody was playing this fucking game, Animal Crossing, and I really miss playing Nintendo, and I kind of missed the Xbox too, because I missed my Halo days and my Gears of War days, and I can't wait to get back on the PS5, and I'm definitely going to be getting an Xbox too. It's kind of nice owning all the consoles, just to kind of have them, because it's nice not to specifically like just one. It's nice to have everything you want. And then it's like, I'm just an Xbox fan, or no, I'm a PS4 only. It's like, especially when I was getting old people, and it was funny, with the Vita, people were contacting me for it, and then one guy goes, oh, I thought it was a PS4. I'm like, dude, PlayStation Vita. Oh, my bad, sorry, man. My key fucking can't read. The funny thing was with the Vita, though. So I ended up selling. I sold it on eBay. Sorry, eBay, and some dude hit me up on Craigslist because the listing was still out there. Excuse me, I forgot to take it down. And he writes, hey man, I've got one also, but it's got like a crack. Do you think he'll take like $10 for it? I was asking $200. I'm gonna take $200. I'm gonna take $10 for a fucking very mint condition. What's the guy though? When the guy opened it up at his place, he goes, "Holy fuck! Did you take care of this?" He was shocked. He was like, some guy wrote me up on eBay and goes, does it? I'm gonna use the does it light up? Does it? I'm gonna use that fucking voice because that's what he kind of sounded like. And it's people need to read descriptions. People on eBay too, please write detailed descriptions and take photos of what the fuck you're talking about, because it would really make a big difference. Stop using cover photos. That's sketchy as fuck. Take a photo, or an actual photo. You might get it sold much faster. Write out what's wrong with it. Write out what you like. Write out everything. It doesn't cost you any more to sit there and go, fucking, my Facebook description? Long as fuck. Copied it over, brought it over to eBay. fixed a few things that I didn't like for the charging. Is there anything I need to know? Yes, here's what you need to know about the console. It's brand fucking new. I owned it. I'm the only owner. Here's what you need to know. It comes with this. Does it have any problems? Yes, it actually does. I spotted this in the cable. There's nothing wrong with it. There's going to be a little electrical tape wrapped around it real tight. Perfectly clean. You don't even know it's there. And then I think maybe 3 or 4 sellers hit me up. And one guy was like, I know you already, he's like, I already know I saw you update your thing, but like, is there anything else I need to know? I'm like, dude, no. There's no other thing you need to know. He's like, alright, I'm going to put a bid in for it. He ended up throwing a bid in for like, I think $70. Yeah. And he's like, I hope I get it, man. He's like, if you wanna fucking turn this off, I'll buy it right now for whatever, like $125. I was like, no. The goal is to get one, The best offer I got off Facebook was $160, and I was like, yeah, I told that guy straight up, I was like, hey, let me wait. If I can get, so I got $177, which wasn't bad at all. So, with shipping and everything, it was $203. I kind of lost, I kind of gained, but either way, I got ended up being a good story. But it was funny, like I said, Craigslist, the kid, he's like, yeah, I own one too, but it's got a crack in it. You want to sell it to me for 20? I can't. I just can't with people. I just can't. Everybody was like, what's your lowest number? Usually my lowest number is my lowest number. Like, if I put it up for that, that's the lowest I'm going to take. I'm not a fucking pawn shop. I'm not somebody who's trying to overcharge anybody. Even with my 3D printing work, which you guys will see another one, it's going to go on Instagram today. One of my friends commissioned me, and his part came out amazing. I just haven't had to take photos. His part's been sent out to him, and he's like, the reason why I went to you is because I read your reviews. He said, people have given you a lot of good feedback, and I want to give you good feedback too. And I've heard nothing but good things. And he's like, your attention to detail and your clients is far from none. And somebody else wrote that too, and another one, they wrote that in another one that I was in, said that I take my time, and which you should, man. If you're running a business, you should honestly take your fucking time. Treat your client like a fucking client, not a piece of shit. Even if it gets bad, explain to them what the fuck's going on. And if they rate you a bad review, they rate you a bad review. But you did all you could, But number one, be very honest and vocal with your client. And your client needs to be the same thing with you, what they're looking for. And then you can give them the work that you can do. If you can't do the work, this month, you would never think I'd be doing a lot of fucking 3D printing work. But it's happened. I've had so much 3D printing work through the Helms. My buddy set me up with that. With his drinking club, they drink a lot of whiskey and stuff like that. We do a lot of things for that. Or just, I've got a friend who's painting them right now. The guy's been very lovely and open. He's like, no, man, no shit's going on. Take your fucking time. I want it done right. I hear you're good. I see you're good. Please, take care of me. I said, yeah, sure, no problem. The other guy, I wrote back, and he was beautiful. He wrote me back the other day. Didn't write me a review, but his work came out good. I said, hey, man, do you mind if I put it on the thing? He said, yeah, go ahead. So, I know my work's good. My problem is I think I overcharge people. But I know I don't overcharge people. When I give people my numbers, people are like, no, you're not. You're pretty on point of what you want to charge. I feel bad when I have to charge what I have to charge, but it's the quality and time that I take. And I tell my friends this straight up. I'm like, listen, it's going to cost me probably this, maybe not. But let's plan ahead just in case. Because I have a fucking bucket full of just failed prints because of my fucking attention to detail. And I don't show people that because it's like you don't really need to see that, but it's me failing to get you the best fucking print possible, and it's crazy, But that's been going on. Anyway, let me get back to the Nintendo Switch. So I ended up getting a Nintendo Switch, and everybody's like, "You fucking bouncing on." Yeah, it's me talking. It's background noise for you guys. Since the 3D stuff's been going on, I took a hiatus from all that stuff, because everybody's kind of wallets are kind of tight right now. And I still have a few other clients that are like, hey, can you start working on it? I'll pay you when I can. Don't ship it out until I can pay you, please. So I'm starting to work on some of their stuff. They gave me the consent today to, hey, start working. I'm going to pay you. Proof in email. So somebody sent me an email today about that. Like, they're like, can I sign something to say I'm going to pay you and you can start to work? I was like, if you're saying you're going to fucking pay me, you're going to pay me. I've only had one client that I started working, and he
never paid me. So that print went on to somebody else. Actually had somebody else take care of that. And I said, hey, do you want this 3D print? And somebody goes, how much? And I went, $100. I went, sold. And they ended up buying it. I did take a photo of it. It wasn't really custom. It was just a really decent print. Anyway. So everybody kept buying freaking Nintendo Switches. Like my buddy Pernisco. Like I said, you guys knew him, Pernisco. This is Pernisco. Dakota bought his. Dakota had one way back. When the first version came out. I thought getting a fucking PS4 was hard. No. Yeah, okay, yeah. What was equal? The PS4 was hard to get. The Switch, not so much. You can get a Switch Lite right now for $199. Not a problem. From Best Buy, get whatever color you want. I couldn't justify getting a Switch Lite. I finally woke up the next morning, like a few mornings later, like last week, and I was like, I'm gonna get a fucking Switch. I'm tired of not having a Switch. Like I said, I miss not having an Xbox. I got rid of my one because I wasn't playing it. I spent 5 months without playing it. Everybody I knew who was Xbox only switched over to either PC or PS4. I shit you not. Yeah, right, they would never fucking use bull fucking shit. I've had fucking 6 friends that switched over to PS4. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, one of my friends was like, I'll never buy a PS4, I'll never. Came out of my house, played my PS4. I said, hey man, I need to play. So we were jamming, playing one night. We were playing something, I forget the fuck we were playing. And, he goes, man, I like this. And I went, didn't say, he goes, yeah man, I'm Xbox, I'm used to Xbox. Next fucking week, he went out to Best Buy and bought himself a PlayStation 4. And he texts me, he goes, yeah man, I bought a PlayStation 4. I went, Mr. I'm fucking Xbox only and all this shit. He goes, yeah, he goes, you kind of convinced me. I said, I didn't fucking convince you. You just played it and you liked it. He just liked all the share play stuff and all that shit. Then he could play with his brother because his brother didn't have an Xbox One. His brother was overseas, so his brother didn't have an Xbox One. All they had was PS4, so his brother bought a PS4, and that's how he could play with his brother. But it's fucking weird that people are just strictly PC or strictly console or strictly this. I'll play fucking whatever. If it plays good, I'll play it. I'll play a fucking Game Boy. I don't really mind it. I don't mind handhelds. I don't mind anything. I'm still getting used to the goddamn Switch because, I'm playing it more in dock mode because that's one thing finding the Switch was rough. And I got ripped off a little bit on the Switch. And I'll go into this. So, trying to find one, I talked to Pernisco, I told them both, I said, hey guys, I think about getting, and they're like, really? And Pernisco wrote me up, and he goes, we're texting back and forth in our group chat on Discord and stuff like that, and which you guys can be a part of. So if you want to be a part of the Discord, I'll leave a link down below, but please, be nice. Play nice. I don't need no bullshit, I don't need no fucking trolls. I ain't gonna get time for that shit. Nobody's got time for your shit. Especially when I live stream, everybody's like, this fucking stream sucks. I'm like, well, fuck you. And then they jump away. There's some people that stick in and talk and say hello, and, those are people I like chatting with. A lot of people I've met like that through gaming. They're like, hey, I wanted to say hi. And I'm like, hey, how are you, man? So when we chat, I met girl gamers and guy gamers, and heard you were cool, heard you're alright. Those people I like to say hello to. And to you, hello. But went on eBay, talked to both of Mike and Pernisco. I got both of their sites. Dakota has the original version, which is the Joy-Cons, like that. And Pernisco went out and got himself a Switch Lite because his husband has a Switch Lite, has the original Switch, and got him to play Animal Crossing. With a friend of mine at work, Delmarie, who you guys have known, has been on the podcast and stuff like that, and we game together. She ended up getting one when she worked for GameStop, and she was like, oh man, I got one. And my other buddy, Ernesto, he got one. He was the collector. He was the guy that you guys haven't seen the video yet. It's so much. That's a 5-hour fucking chat, so if you listen to that, wow, surprise. We just kept rambling back and forth. I'm sure next time we'll go to his house and do a lot of B-roll so you guys can kind of get a little more insight on this stuff now that the quarantine's kind of dying. Well, this shit ain't gone. This shit's not gone by any fucking stretch of the imagination. So don't let anybody fool you. I'm pretty sure once shit is back up fucking really rolling, the numbers are gonna go right back fucking up, and we're gonna be fucking, if not worse than we ever were. I guarantee it. I'm calling it right now. I guarantee it. They're gonna be like, cut it out. And then the people fucking back, putting people back in, doing small quarantines again. It's gonna be fucking wild. It's gonna be wild. So people need to fucking realize this shit isn't gone. It's not like, it hasn't disappeared. It hasn't disappeared. It's definitely not. But let's not talk about that. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, so they all ended up getting up switches and stuff like switch lights. Domerie's got the original version. She ended up getting it like for sale from her thing, which for GameStop. And then she was like, "Yeah, I don't know, keep my switch or not." I'm like, "Are you?" And then I ended up grabbing mine, and it wasn't easy because I went to again. I think I have about a page, maybe 12 or 16 sellers I ended up dealing with for the Switch. Went to Best Buy, went to GameStop. GameStop fucking is a lie. They say they have it in stock. Went to Nintendo.com. Nintendo said that Target has them. Target didn't have them. And I'm like, told my buddies, I was like, where the hell do you find Switches? And they're like, oh, the only one you can get right now is the light. And I'm pretty sure, they're like, I don't know if you're going to like the light all, or like the Switch all because you might not be in it. The reason why you said you weren't going to get it is because you wouldn't play it enough. And I'm like, you're right. And then I was like, I kind of want it because I want to play Mario Kart again. I want to play all the Genesis, not the Genesis, the NES and Super NES games. And there was a few other things I wanted to play. And I wanted to play Zelda and because I'm out and about sometimes, like on a long fucking ride home, from work, so I can at least play some Animal Crossing on the go, or I can, play some Mario Kart or what have you, just to keep myself busy. Because I feel like I'm going to be at work for a while, just chilling. So I might as well bring something with me to jam out with. What the fuck was I going to say? It was rough, man. Like trying to find one, and I talked, like I said, I want to say like 12 to 14 sellers, and I put fucking bids in. I was just about to buy one, and then me and the seller kind of went back and forth on negotiation, and they finally blocked me. I kept trying to get it for a little bit lower. The MSRP for a Switch regular, like the Switch with the Joy-Con and stuff like the Gen 2, it's Gen 2, yeah, because it's the 0/01. That's what one you want to get. The red box is what you want to get, the full red box. And after I ended up doing a lot of fucking research on the Switch, and like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? And then I realized I listened to Bob Wolf runs the Wolf Den. Apparently he runs podcasts all over Twitch and stuff like that. Pretty cool cat. Seems like a cool dude from New York. I have I can tell from his body language where he was from. I'm like, that's a New Yorker. He seems like a cool cat. I'd like to say hello to him. So, Bob, hello. But I watched some of his videos. I watched a few other videos. Watched everybody like, what's the deal? What's not the deal? Joy-Con drift, the guy fixing the switches, stuff like that. They want to bring outside with you. Yeah, man. I was like, the problem is I got a 55-inch flat screen 4K. I'd want to play it on the flat screen. I think sitting here, I don't want to hold my hands a lot. It's like I like holding things, but it's nice to be able to sit there and actually enjoy them on a flat screen, like a gaming experience. And I want friends to enjoy the game with me, like my girlfriend to play with me or somebody to play with me, because I couldn't justify the fucking light for the price. Yeah, I was like, that's budget friendly, but you can't play Mario Kart. You gotta play it by yourself. You can't do this, you can't do that with it. So it was like, what the fuck's the point? So I ended up looking, and MSRP is $299. With tax, it's to $325. The lowest I found was like $415. This is on eBay. Looked everywhere. I almost went up. There was a couple of them for like really, really cheap on eBay, but apparently those were fucking fake sales because eBay. I almost got close to buying one, but it wouldn't let me buy it. It kept saying there's a problem. We can't sell it to you. Sorry, you gotta do whatever. And somebody, that dude got caught because he was selling them doing fake ads. So I'd be really fucking careful. I caught like 6 or 7 fake listings. Very careful. I caught a lot of fake listings. And I did report them. Somebody else reported to, and I was like probably the third or fourth person that reported, because the spelling was off, things were not right, and I almost got close, and then I got close like 3 times that day, and then finally I just kind of had it up to here, and I was like, all right, today is the fucking day of buying a Switch, and I said, all right, because my budget was around 300. What was my budget? 200? 220. 220 was my budget, and I went to 240. 240 was my budget. 240 turned into 300. And I just gave up. I was ready to go on to, I went to GameStop, and they had Animal Crossing there for like 2 something, and I was like, fuck it. If they have the Animal Crossing, I will fucking buy the fucking thing. I got so close. Like I said, GameStop fucking lies, because I went there and nothing was there. Nothing was on there. I can't knock it because it's quarantine, and like Pernisco was telling me, everybody's buying Switches because it's something to do. You know, you're sitting on your couch, you're just waiting. There's not much for you to do but eat, spend time with your family, and chit chat with your family, catch up, and play video games with your kids, or what have you. One of my friends was doing it with his kids. He's been 3D printing with them. He's like, so my daughter wanted something, so I told her, so let's make it together. So him and his 12-year-old, 11-year-old were working together, and they ended up making a few miniatures and stuff like that for her gaming thing that she likes. So he ended up doing that with her, making things with her. But he was like, yeah, there's nothing to do, man. My daughters, my kids, we've just been playing. We've been playing a lot of co-op because, the kids have really nothing better to do but go to online school and then whatever. So it's been a bitch. I called everybody I knew. I was like, anybody want to get a Switch? And everybody was like, I've been asking you the same question, man. Like, you've been saying to go to eBay. So, like I said, all the damn sellers I dealt with, man, everybody was good. But like I said, I negotiated with that one person. The lowest we got down to was 400 and 420. No. 425 is what we got at. That was my lowest number with them. And I was like, that's a lot of fucking... And that person had so many photos. It was a girl. It was definitely a chick, because of her name and stuff like that. And you could see her legs. Did she end up buying... I think she must have ended up buying like 5 or 6 Switches. Like the new ones. People knew what the fuck they were doing. People were gouging like a motherfucker. Because I checked with Nintendo. I even emailed Nintendo directly. I said, is there anything like, can I be put on a waiting list for a Switch? Or like, unfortunately, we're out of stock. You might want to check your local suppliers. Where do you live? Please check your location. So I told them where I lived. I was like, I live here in, Florida, and I'm trying to find one. And I called everybody I knew and said, anybody? So I even put out an offer to friends. I was like, hey, does anybody have a Switch? Like, I'll buy one from you. I even offered somebody wanted the Switch Lite, and I said, hey, how about I buy your Switch? And I'll buy you whatever kind of Switch Lite you want. And then they were like, yeah, like whatever one I want. I was like, yeah, if you want the Animal Crossing one, I'll pay for it. And I said, oh, how's your Switch? And they're like, well, it's kind of beat up and stuff, but I don't feel like that's right that I'm giving you a beat up Switch, and it's not in good condition. It's got some shit. So I was like, all right. So I want, even Dakota, I offered to buy him a Switch Lite, and he was like, no, I kind of like having it docked too. And I was like, you see, people like having it docked. So it takes away from the point of having a Switch and it not doing both. Like, what the fuck's the point of calling it a Switch Lite when you can't stick it on your TV? That's stupid. It's fucking stupid. The point about a Switch is to be able to go from console mode into handheld mode in a matter of seconds. To take it with you on the go. And have a full-fledged kind of gaming experience on the go without having to worry about, fucking having to, go crazy. The Switch Lite does the same thing, but it's more of a travel-only version, which people are saying they like. Two of my friends said they really like that. They like that, having it in their hands. It's nice to do some mobile gaming, and they like that. They like having that full-fledged mobile. The Animal Crossing thing, like, once I finally got the Switch, let me finish and how the hell I get. So finally, the day comes where I was like, I think it was last week, yeah. Last week. So I finally said, fuck it, man, I give up, and I'm gonna go fucking buy one today, and my budget went from, 2 something, then it went to fucking like 240, then it went to 300, and I was ready to spend 300. I was like, 300 seemed kind of high, but 300 is the original MSRP. My buddy Pernisco was like, no, man, because He's like, no, Nintendo said they were jacking the prices up. I said, no, they didn't. I went to Nintendo. Nintendo didn't say shit. Which they didn't. Nintendo didn't. They wouldn't price gouge. That's not what they do. On the fucking video games, they do. What the fuck? Youch. Every fucking game, $59.99, $15. Like, god damn. Like, at least PlayStation knows where to fucking, like, get you. Not really get you, but they know how to get you to buy more games. It's like, hey, we're doing a sale today. We know you wanted this game. Here, $19.99. You're like, sold. Oh, and also, if you buy this game, you can buy this game with sold. By the time you're done, your fucking cart's already up to like $130. And you're like, I just bought 70 games, and I don't even know how to play them all. Shit, I went to fucking their summer sale, man, and I bought a few games from Sony, and my wallet went up to like $75 in seconds, and I was like, ooh, shit, I thought that was cheap. Like, oh, it's like $199. You're like, okay, cool, $199. Yeah. And then you get to the end of it, and you're like, the promotion, like 20% off promotion comes in, and you're like, ow, shit. I didn't know I was buying that many games. Okay, I guess I better pick and choose what I really want to try. But anyway, yeah, man, like, fucking, finally I was like, I'm gonna get it. The MSRP, I checked everywhere, and then all of a sudden, I saw this dude had a listing. It was sitting on his, he had a real listing, and the box was actually opened up. It wasn't like a bullshit open up. It was like he snipped the little tab, and then he opened it up, and it showed everything in it. And I felt comfortable with that. I don't know why I felt comfortable. The shitty part is, I kept putting in offers throughout the day, so I was like, 400. So I was like, you know what? Nobody is going to take anything less than 400. So Ollie, just offer 400, pay the shipping, offer the 400. Because you can't get these fucking switches anywhere. You can't get the big ones anywhere. You can get the lights, but you can't get the switches. Oh, I'm sorry for that noise. You can't get the switches. Sorry for that one too. Now you can hear my parents talking. My mom yelling at least. You can't get them anywhere, man. People are fucking hoarding them and buying. Somebody must have like told somebody else to buy the shit out of these switches and then sell them at a high markup rate. People were selling them for 90 to 100% to 120% over MSRP. The most expensive one that I saw was $720. And I was like, what the fuck? And also, I checked for the Mario Kart 8 edition, and that was going for $600. Sorry. The Mario Kart 8 edition, the one that I was going to get, was going for fucking $600. And I was debating, I was like, no, I can't do that. Like, I even had my own discretions. I'm like, okay, I can't. There's no fucking way you can spend that much on a console. There's no way. And still to this day, I'm like, there's no way. I could not justify spending over $300. You know? But I did. I ended up spending, so my final tally, guys, was $413. So in the end of the day, my seller made $88 off of me. He made $88 profit. Which, joke's on him. He really didn't make any fucking profit because he has to pay for the invoice fee, which is like 20%. What he marked it up for. So I was like, so he's making pretty much nothing off of me. So people that are buying it and overcharging for them, they gotta pay the MSRP. I mean, yeah. So if you get one, you buy it for $300. So you gotta be making at least $600 to pay for your duty, your listing fee and your this fee and your that fee. Because like I didn't know they had an invoice fee. My buddy Dakota, who I bought the PS4 for, he's like, yeah, I sell it there all the time. I sell things off there all the time. Yeah, and that fucking fee is expensive. No matter how much you make from it, they make a good chunk. I wish they did it in the beginning, but they don't, because you can really get charged a pretty high amount. Like I said, for the Vita, I paid $33 for my whole insurance because they took a big percentage out of me. I was like, ow, that hurt. So yeah, I ended up paying that immediately because like, you have to this day to pay it. And they're like, why didn't you fucking tell me that in the beginning, you fuck? So I'm pretty sure the guy that sold me the Switch, I'm pretty sure he's certain, but he was the only one, man. Like, he had another one on there for like $1,000. But he I trusted. I was very worried because it came from like New Jersey, and I was like, oh shit. Because people, like, you know, they like to open a box and pretend like it's going to be there. But yeah, man, everything was fucking legit. The box is up here. It arrived cleanly and everything. I was worried, man, because, like, I was worried about it was the correct number. I checked the serial number. Everything looked good. But, man, I ended up paying, like, $413. The guy made, like, $88 off my ass. I was like, God damn. But now that I got it, I hooked it up. It plays well. Everything runs great. Brand new. Not sure how I how I like this little thing, you know, this little connector thing, but we'll see. You know, I do like the gray. I wouldn't go with the other color ones. And we figured out why the Joy-Cons are, you know, joy drift. So apparently it's your gunk in your thumbs, and you got to take a little bit of cleaner, and you got to go around. You don't get to open up your controller. You just got to clean all the gunk out of your joysticks. But this Joy-Con drift is still a fucking thing. So my friend's got it now in hers, and John Marty's got it in hers. She was like, "Fuck!" It's like, oh, didn't know it does that. Yeah, I heard about the Joy-Con drift, and I'm like, ooh, shit, better be careful. But yeah, I mean, I'm liking it. Dakota went out and got me Animal Crossing the day I got it, so I ended up playing that. I'm now on Animal Crossing, so if you guys want to play with us, or come see the island of Genosha, that's the name of the island. OJ X-Men fan. That's where Magneto tells people to go visit. You know, that's his island, so I'm a Logan fan. I'm a Wolverine guy, so slowly but surely I'm getting the island together, and I'm just gonna install a few bridges and paying my fucking third mortgage off. Oh my god, third loan off of the house. Holy shit. 540,000 bells. Jesus Christ. If you could make as much money as you could from your fruit and everything else like that daily, I would be fucking picking fruit all day long. Fuck that shit. And bringing it into a store. How much of this? That's a good shit. 600 bells. Sure, sold. You know. Liking it, having a good time. Went to my buddy's island, Dakota's island, Wolf Haven. Is fucking the shit. I think I put it up on the Facebook. I'll ask him. I wish Nintendo did a fucking stream, but it doesn't. And I'm not gonna buy a fucking Elgato and all that good stuff to, you know, do all that. My computer's not strong enough anyway. There is a Shadow service apparently. It's coming soon. For people who don't have strong computers, you can rent or pretty much rent your own virtual machine VM. Pernisco signed up for it. I showed him the thing. He goes, "That looks fucking cool." Instead of going out and buying a $19,000 fucking computer, you know, you can use a VM that they've already upgraded from their servers, and you can log in and have your own VM. So all your stuff, like, you can fucking game from it and everything else from a MacBook or a shitty computer, as long as your internet connection is pretty okay, which most of us now it is. We're pretty much getting 15 megabits standard. You'll be able to game at fucking high speed. You know, you'll be able to game on a big ass. Feel like you're gaming on a gaming PC, but you're really not. You know, you're gaming on a VM. You know, so Pernisco signed up for the service. So I will tell you guys how that is in the future, because I showed it to him and I go, I really want to game with you guys, but I don't have a computer that could do that. Maybe next year, once I'm paying back all my fucking unemployment taxes, I'm sure having unemployment's going to fucking cost me in the long run. Who knows? We'll see. Everybody's like, do I gotta pay this back? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure we fucking do. So put money aside, put at least $400 to $500 aside, keep that in the fucking savings account, let it grow, and then when they come after you for taxes, you got the money for taxes. You know. So, yeah, it's been fucking wild. It's been nice playing the Nintendo Switch, getting used to that. It's just been, you know, I've been kind of just not wanting to really podcast lately. It's been sitting on my ass. I wake up every day, and I really don't 3D print that much. I did a lot of the, I was part of the Maker Response 16. It was my number for Meta Hackers, and helped out with that. And it was cool to get those kind of done. It was just a freaking face clip that goes on your head, and they put the shield on it, and it just keeps all the shit from people spitting on you or biobacteria hitting you in the face without your mask. And then there were the ear savers that everybody was printing. And my buddy Trent from Wordifacts was doing a lot of those. He ended up buying a printer from Creality. That finally arrived. Creality's been fucking behind schedule, and I really like Creality for what they're doing, and the resin printer fucking is amazing. Elegoo just announced their big fucking printer, which I probably won't be getting for a while. I don't really need a bigger printer right now. I just need to start testing more materials with the flexible stuff and stuff like that, so we can kind of get to the maker phase of what we want to do. I know I keep saying that years and years, it's been fucking years now, and it is what it is. You know, we just had our other anniversary with OpenMind. OpenMind's been now fucking going for 5 years, and I'm kind of nowhere ahead of where I was. I'm still podcasting. I'm still growing a little by little. But we're not doing what we really should be doing, and it's kind of my fault for not doing that, but it is what it is. I'm doing more than most people thought I would be doing. So, you know, I'm hoping, like I said, Hope Creality, being able to help friends get their businesses going and helping them do a lot of research for them, and hopefully they don't fucking hit that XYZ problem, which XYZ is still around. But XYZ had the problem of, you know, let me just keep fucking iterating more shit without fucking, you know, fixing the problems with our printers that we have now. Creality just put out a fucking Kickstarter. I have no idea why. No fucking idea why. Why would you put a Kickstarter? That makes no fucking sense. Work on the shit you have now. Get it fixed. Keep your quality fucking good. That's the one thing. That's the reason why people were going to your fucking printers in the first place. Stop going out here and going out here and stick fucking focused on what you made you well. Creality. Stay focused on what made you good. Stop fucking going over here. Stop fucking going over here. Stop going over here. Stick on the fucking product that made you good and make it better. Listen to your fucking people, because people that use your fucking product, we are giving you the best fucking advice. Just fix your shit. That's the one thing fucking XYZ printing could not do. That's why I left their asses in the fucking dust. I know a few people that bought their printers. I know a few people that still use their fucking printers. And they're just like, they're fucking disappointed. They're like, what happened to XYZ? I'm like, I don't fucking know. You know, MakerBot's kind of the same thing. They're a big fucking, MakerBot's a big fucking printer company. But they're more in the field of, you know, let's stomp over the big guy. The one company I really haven't talked to lately is Robo, and I've used their R1, and I really need to get that up and running. And that's like my baby prototyper, because it does so much fucking heat and all that stuff like that. And you know, the Crealities they run fine. The minis run great. I mean, surprisingly, when I dial them in perfectly, they print fine. I mean, they're doing all the prototype work I need them to do, and it's just good to have. I mean, I need a Big Daddy. I'm definitely gonna need 2 more big ones, because I'm getting a lot of fucking people that calling me, can you do this in big scale? And I said, no, I can't. I don't have the room for it. Isn't that sad? I got a laser cutter, got 2 Creality fucking LR2s. I call them LR02Rs. I gave them a new name. I gave them a shortened the fucking name to 2Rs. The LD2R is what I call them. I don't call them the 002R. I just call them a 2R. And those run pretty good so far. I'm making a back piece for that. I gotta put that on the Creality page. People were asking me about that shit. And me and this one guy were just chatting it up, and he goes, man, I like how you chatted up and you know what you're talking about. I said, well, I've been doing it for a fucking minute. I'm an FDM person. I'm not really a resin person yet. I'm still learning. After all the companies talking with Forum Labs and wanting to use their damn printer, and then wanting to use Persa. Persa was wonderful, though. I gotta say, Persa and Moai, Hoapoli, they were beautiful, man. Those companies were so beautiful. I hope they do so well. They were lovely. They were Joseph Persa, and their team was so good to me. They didn't help me out anywhere, but I wrote them up to look for a resin printer. They were just lovely. They were honestly lovely. And then Hoapoli, I wrote them, and they were so upfront with me with what was going on with G2 Box, and they're like, yo, listen, what you want to do doesn't exist yet with our slicer. You know, it doesn't exist, and we're sorry. You know, we'd love to help you. We were pushing for you, but the problem is resin printing is not where you need it right now. It's not where you need it. And what I'm looking for is, like, you know, the Ninja Flex. So I was explaining something about Ninja Flex, what I'm using with Ninja Flex, and Poapoli. They were super beautiful, lovely. Same thing with Persa. Persa was beautiful. They said the team was pushing for me and hoping, you know, wishing the best for me, and I for them. And this was like probably a year ago once I had the conversation with Forum Labs. And I'm not knocking Forum Labs anyway. But you guys know my feelings on Forum Labs. They are not for hobbyists. They are for definitely not hobbyists. They're meant for people who have infrastructure businesses, who have infrastructure to use their printers. I mean, that shit is expensive. It's now getting a little bit down in price now with all the new resins coming out. I think the 4K screens on these projectors or on these printers are just getting better. It's just getting better to pass for a prototype. Get your shit iterated, get your shit out. So it's cool that this shit is going down in price. People are now able to afford it, put it in their makerspaces, do a lot of their own research, do a lot of their own stuff, send it out to what they need to, if it's Shapeways or a manufacturer, and get it done. It's just fucking hard to find the right companies because, like I said, I'm hoping Creality slows the fuck down. Doesn't speed pack. My buddy got fucked. He was calling me the other day and he was like, "Man, I finally got it." Like, he was telling me, he's like, "Do I fucking? I've been trying to cancel the order, and now that they said they can't cancel it because like it's on the way." And then it's like, that's fucked up. I mean, COVID-19 really fucked up the maker thing, and okay, we're gonna get into that. Like I said, it's gonna be a very long fucking episode about blah. COVID really fucked everything over for makers because we couldn't get shit. We still can't get shit. I have friends I literally had to go to Home Depot and literally tell them, like, "Hey, I need this for this." And they're like, "Oh, we can't, you don't qualify for the first responder or whatever like that." And I said, "I am working with fucking first responder," which I was. I was helping donate most of my time with the 3D printer to make them the pieces that they needed for their masks and their helmets and shit like that. And I had to bring fucking parts into Home Depot and Lowe's and show them the pieces and the shit that I was making and the fucking emails from the first responders. And they're like, "Oh, you are helping out." Some fucking asshole. And I'm not going to mention who he is because I don't even give a shit who he is. I was finally writing reviews after the laser cutter came and then my gloves came. And this was like weeks before COVID. So, Amazon always fucking writes you an email saying, "Hey, can you please review this?" Or the manufacturer says, "Hey, can you review this for us? And please tell us about your experience, what we need to fix. What do you think? We can get our store numbers up and get our seller numbers up so we show higher in the search list." So I wrote back for the gloves that I got, which are industrial gloves, Nortile gloves, which you do need to wear for resin printing. Highly recommend them. Do not fucking wear latex. No bueno. No. Burn right, the resin will burn right through your hands. I'm using the Elegoo gray resin, which I really like. So I'm not knocking Elegoo in any which way. I think Elegoo and Creality is where I'm going to probably go with their printers because I like both of that, what they're doing. I would love to go with a Moai. I would love to go with a Moavoli, but I don't have the funding. I don't have the funding for that at all. That's a very, very big printer, and I don't have the funding. And Moavoli, if you want to donate one or let me use one for a bit, I'm not Uncle Jesse. I'm not anybody like that. I'm not Joe Telling. I'm not any one of those guys. I'm somebody different, and I'm not trying to build a fucking YouTube channel. I'm not trying to be this person. I'm trying to be myself and do the research we need to do to help other people. So that's my goal. You guys know. And yeah, I use that shit. But yeah, they for some reason Creality. I even wrote Creality. I said, what the fuck? And I didn't write what the fuck when I wrote. I said, "Hey, not a very smart idea to be putting in latex gloves instead of the Nortile gloves." I've had an issue with the latex gloves, and I've listened to so many reviews and people who've used the gloves. You need Nortile. There's no way you can get around that. It needs to be industrial Nortile gloves if you want to protect yourself. I swear to God. Why would you want to use fucking latex? You're not doing doctor work. These are cheap gloves. It's China. What are you expecting? Fucking, you depend on what you buy. But they're probably getting it from wholesale, from what they're getting from their person. They throw it in a box, and there it goes, So it is what it is. I got friends that do manufacturing, so they know the whole shit and cabangle. There's nothing new about it. Anyway, I ended up writing the freaking review for the gloves and said, like, "Hey man, these are definitely a must for those for 3D printing and stuff like that. If you're doing resin printing, body work, etc. It's something you must have. Like, you have to have these or something. If you're gonna buy a 3D printer." Some dick wrote, in a question. It was more of a, can you answer this question? It popped up my Amazon feed. It's like, Ali, can you answer this question? And this fucking dude ended up writing in, well, not only good for that, but these should be reserved for the first responders that are really in need of these. Okay, that wasn't really a fucking question. That was you fucking criticizing me, you fuck. I didn't even write the guy back. I didn't even respond to it. I just kind of was like, well, not only is it good for that, but these should really be used for the first responders. Motherfucker, I am one of the first responders. I am one of the motherfuckers that's making parts for people who fucking don't have parts. I almost wanted to fucking write that to him, like, you fucking dumb fuck, I am making parts for the first responders. There's pieces of fucking things that are breaking, that modelers, I'm part of a fucking modeler committee. These people that CAD model and fucking people that work in the engineering field have been sending their models out to people like us, we 3D print, to get them fucking built so they can get them to the people that need them because the supply chain has fucking died. And I almost wanted to fucking punch this guy at the fucking computer screen, like, you fucking stupid piece of shit. The girl at Lowe's was cool. I spoke with her for a quick minute, and she was lovely. She was a sweetheart. And I said, hey, do you guys have any 3M masks? I was fucking sanding without a fucking mask. They gave you the fucking, just a cheap N5, not really N5s. These aren't really fucking these are just fucking nail salon fucking masks. And I talked to 3 of my friends. I was, anybody have fucking, like a 3M mask that I can buy from them? Do you have any, getting in stock? My one friend did. He said he had 2 or 3 of them. He said, what, do you need one? I said, yeah. I said, I can't find them anywhere. I said, fucking weeks ago, I could have gone to the paint department in Home Depot and bought 2 or 4. A friend of mine who does construction, he couldn't find any. And they do roofing and shit like that for the hospitals and shit. He does a private contractor. Couldn't get any masks for his fucking, his people, And he went to real fucking business. He's fixing roofs for medical, fixing their fucking stuff, and they're like, oh, we donated all of our stock to the first responder. Yeah, by all means do so. But please, fucking dude, they deserve. My mom's a fucking nurse. My whole family is in the medical field. By all fucking means, donate where it is needed. Please do. I went out to Harbor Freight trying to find gloves, and they even had a nice little sign that said, you're welcome to buy 1 package of gloves, Nerdtile gloves, but we've been donating most of our stock to the medical personnel, which is cool. I'm very happy that's happening. And then I talked to one of the managers and said, can I get a box of Nerdtile gloves? And he goes, yeah, sorry, man, we're all, can I ask why? And I said, yeah, man, I do 3D printing. I'm printing PPE for, PPEs for medical personnel for the hospitals, stuff like that. I got selected for a maker thing, and I just need gloves for some resin and some glue and, stuff like that. I'm using it so I can protect myself, so I'm not getting fucking, just to get all that stuff together too, I had to fucking follow the protocol on the CDC and the maker thing, and yeah, the fucking every mask I had, every bracket I had to fucking wipe down with pure alcohol. So just getting alcohol was a fucking hard, because the alcohol is needed for the clean resin prints, which I had clients that needed their prints, and then I got selected to do the PPE, and it was oh my god, I had 30 of those to do. I ended up doing 31 of those. I was going to do as many as I could, but once my job just said, hey, we're going to be kicking you out around May 3rd, which is, now, so I haven't got a real paycheck from them. I got a paycheck from, nothing major, I got $150 from unemployment. Then I qualified for the CARES Act, so I got a little bit more, and, which I don't even know what the hell's going on with that. I even called unemployment. I'm like, do I accept this? Do I owe anything for this? I know I'm going to be owing something for this, so I'm being very careful. I'm putting at least $1,200 just for taxes. I know I'm going to be owing some money. There's no way they're going to be giving that money for free. I know you, government. I know all about you. You nothing. Yeah, man, I know all about fucking taxes. They like to get you where it hurts at the end of the year. So I'm gonna keep that $1,200 aside, just sitting there. Yeah, I'm not fucking stupid. Not stupid. I think the CARES Act, what it's designed to do is to help stimulate the economy. I'm not really fucking sure what it is. That's what somebody else told me, and they're like, yeah, it's there to stimulate the economy. I'm like, okay? What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, it's fucking weird. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, I'm definitely putting that money away. It's all in savings, so I'm not even fucking... Some of it I've touched just to pay some bills. Just to make sure bills are covered. Which that was the scary part of losing my job. Going for long, there's not a paycheck not coming in. Thank God I had money put away from the stimulus to pay my bills. I know some people who had the stimulus, they fucking spent it like that. I was like, wait, what? A friend of mine, he got unemployment, and he got the stimulus, and he spent it all in a matter of minutes. I was like, dude. He's like, yeah, I'm broke. I went, dude. He goes, well, my landlord can't kick me out. I went, dude, they can kick you out. Oh no, they can't do that because section in Florida law says you can't. I said, ain't nobody give a fuck about Florida law. I was like, it's Florida. People will fucking do whatever the fuck they want. Kick you the fuck out and put you on the street. So, yeah, it's been interesting. So, just take care of yourself, guys. Make sure if you are getting unemployment, congrats. I mean, I fucking hated the whole fucking process. I didn't qualify for unemployment. I qualified for the pandemic benefits. My job, which you already know where I work. They set us up with it, and then we had a fucking mess. I have friends that are medically having issues, and we were chatting. I had a huge fucking chat with everybody and getting everything set up, and it was a fucking fiasco getting everything set up for everybody, and yeah, it was Jesus. You know, Ollie, how do I do this? I'm like, I don't even know how to do unemployment. I'm just fucking learning it myself. You know, you gotta tell you how much you make, how much did you get? Are you getting a disability? Which I do get a little disability, nothing major. That helps me cover the bills. Like, why do you need this? Why do you need that? You're like, I'm like, I need it because of this. I'm not getting anything from this, you know? And now they're fucking like, oh, people don't want to go back to work because they got the CARES money, and the CARES money is like $600, you know, whatever. And it's like, people don't want to go back to work, and it's like, to be honest, I do want to go back to work. I just want to do it safely. Like I said, they announced yesterday, Universal Orlando finally announced the plan. All eyes are on Universal now in Florida. And it's funny, we all celebrated our anniversaries. Mine was my 13 years with them. And everybody was like, what do you think about the company? And like, they've been good. They've been good to me. I'm not going to knock them for what they've done. They had to save money somewhere, and it's kind of sad. Epic Universe is kind of delayed. But it is what it is. It's better to be safe than sorry and make sure people are safe. And like I said, this shit isn't going anywhere for a while. It's going to come back stage 2. And everybody's still scared. Don't wear a mask. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck you. I was like, you don't fucking see a fucking painter in a fucking paint booth not wearing a fucking mask. It's like, you don't smoke a cigarette without a fucking filter, do you? You know, like, I don't smoke cigarette. I vape. And vaping's just as fucking bad. So, yeah, I don't understand people. I really don't. Now I gotta take precautions wearing a fucking mask every day. That's one of the major protocols we gotta do. Just knowing what I know from the theme parks and working in theme parks, how filthy and fucking disgusting it is. Of how disgusting humans are. It's just, I'm a little disgusted myself, but God, not like that. I mean, people fucking pissing in the fucking grass. I've seen a guy literally shit on the fucking lawn of Men in Black. Literally drop his fucking pants and shit right there on the lawn. This is a fucking dude from Brazil. Literally whipped his ass out, shat on the fucking lawn, and pulled his pants back up. I'll never forget that day. And you're telling me, yeah, people shitting in fucking trash cans, pissing in trash cans, like the shit that I've seen, yeah. And I know all my fucking people who listen to this shit, who work in the theme park industry, especially the theme park, have seen it all. I mean, you think for fucking COVID-19 something? I'm surprised we didn't get it fucking sooner. I'm surprised we're not fucking dead now. The shit I've touched, I've seen people fucking pissing off the fucking balcony and fucking Men in Black. Yeah, that was a fucking night. Fucking telling a guy to fucking pull his pants up. He's fucking pissing on the fucking robot, the animatronic, pissing on it. Because he's fucking piss-ass drunk. And Halloween Horror Nights, yeah, that's fucking wild, man. I'm not even, the sad part is, like, now we have to fucking follow these procedures, and I don't think half the people are gonna follow them anyway, Social distance. I was out last week with my girl, my lady, and she wants to do shit this weekend, and she was like, hey, she's going to get some stuff for me and stuff like that. And, she's like, when are we going back? I said, I don't know. And I honestly don't see myself going back until probably July, August. Most likely July. I don't see myself going back immediately. On the 5th, apparently, Universal has announced that we're soft opening for guests. Very, very, very limited number. I think that's not going to work. I think it's going to work. The problem being is people are fucking stupid. And I'm included in that fucking thing, because I am fucking stupid in some areas. But people are fucking stupid. They really are. They don't follow directions. You're looking for someone's best interest. If you tell someone don't hit that button because it's going to do this, and they fucking do it, it's stupidity. You told them not to do it. You told them why not to do it. But they're going to do it anyway because they're above the law. They're above it because they felt like they paid the money. And it's something I've heard every fucking day in the theme park. And this isn't me venting a little bit, but it's just, I want to be safe in the theme park. But I just feel like we're going to do the best we can to keep everybody safe, as well as ourselves. But the problem is people are fucking stupid. And trust me, we're already discussing this privately. I'm not going to tell you what to look on Facebook. I'm not going to tell you what hubs to look for. You're not going to find them. They are marked very private. Even private messages, I will not. You could look hacking my fucking phone. But we're talking about that now. We're just like, we're all kind of, we're not worried. We're just like, okay, we're going to do this, this, and this. We don't even know procedure for this yet. Disney, a lot of my Disney friends are like still wondering, because we're all chatting about that too. How that's going to kind of go with that. Not everybody's fucking terrified to go back. It's just doing it safely. And for people, it's the Republicans, it's the Democrats, it's the Libertarians, it's the blah, 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 blah. There's nothing to do with fucking politics. It never will, and I will never discuss fucking politics, because I don't believe in fucking politics. It's the dirtiest fucking thing I've ever seen, ever heard. I don't like it. Don't like it. I just don't like it. But if somebody asked me, why don't you talk about politics? What's your stance? I said, I don't like politics. I don't like what it brings out in people. I don't like the arguments. I don't like the you're right, I'm wrong thing. I don't like that, that someone's, their word is law. Whatever they say is law. No, our side is law, and you have to agree with it. I don't like that. I don't like that nobody can sit down and have an open discussion of, hey, no, you're wrong. We're both wrong. Let's kind of meet in the middle and fix the problem. No, it can never be like that. It will never be like that. Sadly, everybody wants their cake to eat it too. Everybody wants what they want, and so fucking be it. I think I gotta do something with it. So, my friend kind of wrote that on my Facebook last night, and I kind of just disregarded it because I told him, I'm not in politics. I don't like politics. I said, you don't even fucking, I don't agree with the fighting. I love to discuss openly about what the fuck's going on, but I don't like arguing. I just don't like that. They're wrong, and they're wrong. They're wrong. We're right. We are right. They're like the eternal. Like, your side is right, and there's nothing that can make it change anything about it. It's like, no, you're also wrong too. You fucking idiot. So that's why I don't agree with it, because both sides are wrong. Everybody is wrong in this matter. I'm sorry. Everybody. Libertarian, Republican, Democrat, you're all fucking wrong. I think we're going in the right direction, reopening slowly, softly, and carefully. The problem is people need to take precautions still, because we flattened the fucking curve. The problem that I'm seeing, even with Joe Rogan talking with all these fucking scientists, and a lot of the other shit that I've been watching, and the real shit, not the Fox News bullshit, the MSNBC bullshit, all that fucking bullshit, they've all spoken very openly and very scaredly spoken. It's that they're not scared if it's going to come back. They're scared of how it's going to come back. They know it is. There's no really big vaccine. Once you got it, you kind of got it. Shit, I was printing fucking ventilators. I have friends who were printing fucking ventilators because hospitals were fucking out. And I mean out. Excuse me. I've had friends that work in the makeup effects field in Hollywood that donated almost half their fucking stock of their gloves, the re-ed mask, refilters, everything they fucking had. They donated like 75% of what they had. You know? They're like, dude, it's fucking crazy. So don't fucking tell me this is a politic thing. It's not a politic thing. It's a fucking virus. You know? I don't know anybody who died from it. I don't know anybody who got sick from it. Sadly, everybody in my case is doing okay. And I obviously hope you and your family are doing okay. You guys are doing, all the makers, builders, everybody who tunes in the podcast are doing fine. You know, somebody asked me this stupid politic question. I said, I don't, my parents speak about it every day. And I just can't stand it. I don't like the arguments that come with it. It infuriates me. I don't like it. And I never have, and I never will. And nobody goes, well, you at least vote. I said, I do vote. But I'm down the middle, man. I'm the guy in the fucking middle. You can say shit to me and I'm just gonna keep walking because I don't want to. Let me make my decision. But no, this side's wrong. No, we're right. We're so right. But they're wrong. Okay, we're letting you know that they're wrong. Chances are you're both fucking wrong. That's what I always tell myself. Chances are you're both fucking wrong. No, and you need to not say that because we're fucking. Yeah, fuck you. And that's why we don't talk politics. That's why Holly never talks about politics. And I've got a lot of friends who do. A lot of my friends who are Republican and Democrat. And I've spoken to both sides who are very open-minded and follow the fucking podcast, and they both said the same thing. I mean, they said, man, we are not fucking ready for this shit. And I went, We've been speaking pretty much all day, and a lot of my friends who are both parties, and we're just hoping it just goes smoothly. We really don't know. We don't know how it's going to happen. We know the basic outline of what they announced in the meeting, but we don't know physically in person how it's going to happen. I work for both areas. I work for operations and I work for a show, so I don't know on my end how it's going to go. And I was sitting there thinking today, and I'm like, how the fuck are we going to do this? We're all speaking, we're all minded people, and everybody, like I said, shares different faiths and politics and shit. We're all speaking openly about it, and we think is wrong and right, and we're like, how are they going to do this? And we're like, oh no, man, we're all fucking in the dark, so, like, how is this going to happen? This procedure, what do we do with this procedure? So we're kind of hoping we can do it correctly. We're just hoping, I know that they want to push really back. We kind of feel that they're pushing back a little too fast, and number one, my guess is for unemployment reasons. Number two is for financial. And, you're losing a lot of revenue. And then number three is that somebody is either pushing them to say, you gotta get going. Disney, number one, Shanghai opened up, and we're all keeping an eye on that one. All my friends who work for Disney too are talking about that. And, we just don't think it's gonna play well here. If people who work in the theme park for a while, theme park is like nothing you ever experienced. Once you work for a theme park, no other job fucking compares to it. I literally went to the DMV one day, and I was talking with a lady, and she goes, oh, what do you do? I said, oh, she saw my ID, and she goes, oh, you work for, I said, yeah, I do. She goes, oh, what's it like? And I said, not like this. I was like, it's like controlled chaos. It's just, thousands and thousands of people per day, per language, per culture. And I think that's why I'm so open-minded, too. I've always, you meet so many different cultures and ethnicities, and you get to speak with so many different people and hear so many different languages. And, I speak a little broken Spanish here and there, and it's kind of cool for people to kind of come to you, and they don't speak very good English, and you don't speak, but I tell them I don't speak very well English either. But you get to kind of experience their culture, and they get to show you what they love and what they like, and that's kind of what I like about the working in the parks. It's kind of fun to talk to them and kind of relate and explain to them what you enjoy, and they get to tell you about their visit, or there's many times I kind of miss talking to people about their sports or what they enjoyed in the States. Or I felt bad for a few of our friends who were trying to come in from Ireland, and a few of our friends who were trying to come from Brazil, and this is before the fucking quarantine happened, and they were calling us and they were like, hey, we're thinking about coming in, we're keeping an eye on the ticket thing. And all of our friends who had to cancel, holy shit, they were keeping in contact with them, and It was just fucking wild. This was like, and people were making it politics related, and I'm like, this has nothing to do with fucking politics. Nothing to do with politics. This is fucking a virus. And I got friends that work in fucking China too. All my distributors and suppliers in China were fucking scared shitless. They were like, I can't say who I spoke to, and I think I mentioned this in a previous podcast. I was telling my dad the story that I was talking to a supplier often through LinkedIn, and real cool cat, and he speaks pretty good English. He understands and I translate from Mandarin to English to Mandarin, and then we go vice versa, but he knows English too, so I try, if there's something, a word, I try to put it in Mandarin so he can understand my gist of it, but something's going to translate. We were chatting about something 3D printing, and he asked me a question, and he said, how's everything going with you, or are you working on anything, and he said, yeah, it's been kind of crazy, and this is like weeks before it hit US, as bad as it did, the numbers started climbing higher here, and he said, you might want to look into something called, Corona. You might want to Google Corona. And I went, I can't really say much more than that. And I was like, Corona beer or what? And he, kind of like, and I even wrote that on my thing, and the message is far gone now. You can't, you won't be able to find it. Because it's been deleted and shit, so. And he was like, you might want to look into something Corona. And I'm like, Corona? I'm thinking Corona beer. Sure enough, I Google Corona. Okay. He said Corona V. That's what he said, Corona V. He kept saying the V, like the letter V. But he wouldn't say what it was. So I fucking looked it up and I went, coronavirus, what the fuck is this? Next 2 days later, fucking China. Everything is fucking going crazy. All the supply chains from Elegoo to Creality to all these fucking things, and people in China are freaking the fuck out. And, it's because it's not in the news doesn't mean it's gotten better. It kind of scares me. Whenever there's a big thing and it's being the news, they kind of, then they drop the numbers, but then they kind of, it's what the news wants to report on. But I think now everybody's trying to get back to normal, so let's kind of just ease the tension. We can open up slowly, but it's not gone. We've all agreed. All of my friends who work in the theme parks have all agreed that we're fucked. Like we think and we know that come time the numbers are going to go right back up, and I'm glad that they're saying the numbers have kind of plateaued, but that doesn't make me feel any more safer. Universal has said, even with their statement yesterday, like during the live feed, you guys can go on Facebook and find it. It's public knowledge, the video and everything, you can watch it. They said that they had, health services may have found somebody who has it, and here's what the procedure would be if they have it, and yada, yada, yada. You're asymptomatic. I think that's the scariest part, too. You don't even know if you're fucking infected. Guaranteed. I told my girl this. I was like, I guarantee a few months out, after this is kind of said and done, or it's kind of plateaued, or it's kind of really declined, where it's nothing anymore, somebody from the CDC or somebody from fucking high up in a document, a dossier or something like that is going to pop up and say, hey, yeah, man, we've all been infected. We've been infected with fucking COVID, whatever. It's like, wow, that's why I was coughing my fucking brains out, or this is why I felt this way, or what have you. And I can see that happening. I really can see that happening. But I don't know. I don't know, But I'm ready to kind of go back. I'm ready to get the hell off the couch. I'm ready to kind of get to it. The one thing we need to get back in order is our fucking bodies, because our sleep schedules are so off. We've been off since the 15th of March, and it looks like we're going back on the 5th or earlier. They said the 1st and 2nd we're going to be doing a soft opening. But I think Universal is going to be the kind of the beta, the guinea pig to this kind of show what they're going to be working on. I think we can do it if we do it softly and we just do it, correctly. It's just, we were all talking about, like, okay, how we load a vehicle like this way, how we keep people separated properly, and, not to make guests freak out. Some people are fucking so crazy that they're going to punch each other, Get away from me. Fucking dude in Publix pulled a fucking gun out of you. For those who don't know what that is, at a grocery store here in Florida. Up in upstate New York, where I'm from, we have Hannaford, Price Chopper, etc. And, I can't remember some of the other, Cumberland Farms is a fucking, that's a gas station. But Hannaford and shit like that, Hannaford, Price Chopper is the two major ones up in upstate New York. At least where I'm from. I'm from Albany, Schenectady. For those who don't know where the hell that is, it's not the city. You're not the New Yorker, you're not from the city. Bitch, tell my taxes that. Tell my fucking taxes that. No, but you need to be from New York. Motherfucker, my ID says I'm from fucking New York. I was born in Albany. What's the capital of New York? New York City's capital. No, Albany is the fucking capital. Oh, I did not know this. Then you're not a fucking New Yorker. Have you been to Toronto? Been to Canada? No, then shut the fuck up. Yeah, unless you travel in New York State, like travel New York fucking State, like Herkimer and all those fucking crazy Buffalo. Buffalo's fucking cold. God damn. I wanted to go see a buddy of mine, and we had to go to Buffalo one time. Holy fuck. I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna leave fucking, we're leaving Albany, we're gonna go up to Buffalo for a little while. Went up for like a weekend, and man, was it fucking cold. I thought where I was from fucking cold, man, because we're right up in Toronto and Montreal. Fucking cold. Fucking cold, man. I don't know how people in Buffalo do it. I really don't. You gotta be a fucking sick breed to live up there. Because my uncle was from Syracuse. Like, a few of my friends are from Syracuse, and they love it up in Syracuse. Surprisingly, if you watch Twilight Zone, fucking Rod Serling loved Syracuse, and he loved Buffalo. Those were his two favorite parts of New York, where he loved Albany. You'd hear Albany, you'd always hear Albany, you'd hear New York City, you'd hear Rochester, you'd hear all of New York. And people are like, how do you know New York so damn well? I was like, because I traveled New York. New York's not just the fucking city. The city's the city. It's, when you're home and someone says, fuck you. Happens everywhere, man. But upstate New York, man, if you ever get a chance to go to upstate New York, go to Glens Falls or go to the Adirondacks, man. It's like nothing you've ever experienced. People from New Jersey and Staten Island and everybody, they'll travel to upstate. A lot of my friends have moved to upstate New York. Like, one of my buddies just moved to upstate New York from the city. And I said, why? What the fuck was the deal? And he's like, couldn't afford the city any longer. He said, me and the wife have been planning to move from the city to, they found a house that they loved. Fucking loved it. And they moved to upstate New York and they love it. They said they'll never move anywhere else. They love it up there. And they lived in the city for 26 years. And they're like, they love the city and they love working in the city. But the problem was that it was just getting too expensive. And they kind of had it up. They kind of just had their fill with it. They loved the concept, but they were so. She's originally from upstate New York, so like she decided let's find a house in upstate New York. So they seem to be loving it. I told them be careful of the fucking winter, man. They already know the winters, but man, the winters of upstate New York are fucking. I don't miss that fucking brick, man. I don't miss that fucking your nuts being frozen. That was the weirdest thing moving from upstate New York to here in Florida was the weather. And does it get cold in Florida? It's like the cold is like the wind chill's fucked up. Like you'll go from like a whole fucking a whole fucking season in one day. Man, what do you mean? So in the morning around like 5 a.m. when you get up to go to work or get your car, it's fucking like 42 to 39 degrees. Okay, little to no wind chill. Once that fucking wind hits, it's like, what? It turns that 38 into like 32, because like, it's fucking weird, because it's Florida, so there's no, you see all the fucking, everybody bundling up shit. Me, I dress like this every day, The only time I'll put something on is like a fucking hoodie, because it's like, what? And even my body is like, dude. 55 is like my temperature, like, that's beautiful for me. It's 79 right now in my room. We keep the central air on. You have to live in Florida with central air. You can't fucking do without it. But yeah, man, it's like, so by 5, it's like 39. By 7 a.m., it's about maybe 41 to 42. By 10 o'clock, it's climbed to about 50 degrees. And then by like 4 o'clock, it's perfect, like it's 60 degrees. Like people, like during like the midwinter, like November, December, it's fucking beautiful. My friends who come from upstate New York are like, yo, when do we get to come to Florida? So I always tell them, I'm like, hey man, like come when it fucking snows, because like the snowbirds always come up, so they can like, when the kids are out of school, they can come up and fly up, fly down and go to the theme park for super cheap, because we know all the numbers. So we're like, hey, come back, we'll get you some rooms and fucking stay. So my buddy comes down. He was flying down for the week with his kids and family, and They left New York. They left upstate New York. Because originally from the city, but they flew in from upstate New York because they were with his brother or somebody. I forget what the hell they were with. They flew there, and it was like 16 below or 16. Yeah, like negative 16. And they arrived in Florida, and it was like 66 degrees. And they all landed, and it was like they landed in Orlando International. And I warned them, I'm like, yo, man, like, get ready to, like, take the monorail out and shit like that. And my mom, I'm never thinking my bro, this is his first time in Florida, like, traveling, because he's never traveled. And he goes, what the fuck? I call him on his phone. He's like, the plane just landed. He gets to the gate, gets in. And I'm like, hey, brother. So he's like, where the fuck do I go? I gotta go use the bathroom. I'm like, go use the bathroom. It's gonna be outside a thing. And then you're gonna hop on the monorail. It's gonna take you from terminal, whatever, and then to there. And he's like, what the fuck is a monorail? Because Albany International, it's just fucking one giant airport. It's not like JFK or LaGuardia. So, JFK is fucking huge. If you've never been, JFK is it's fun to walk around in. It's just crazy. Like, you gotta, like, run all the way to one side of the airport. Then you're fucking connecting flights on you all the way to the other side. It's like Albany International. It's kind of big, but it's not. You got everybody and their grandmother coming from Albany International. They come from Albany International to, they'll go to Buffalo. You can get a connecting flight to, like, Buffalo and shit, but, like, it's really weird to travel to New York State. Because, like, you can go to Buffalo, to Rochester, to Syracuse, to Rome. To Rome, there's a mile coast from Rome, New York, which is right next to Syracuse. And then, all those fucking crazy ass airports, but, like, Albany International is, like, one of the major ones. Like, that's where the Giants would play and shit like that. But yeah, man, it was fucking funny. They landed and it was fucking, like, 66 here, and they're stripping down, like, fucking to their skivvies, and they're like, they land, and they're like, oh my god, like, where are you? And I'm like, oh, we're here. And, they're getting a rental car, and they're like, oh my god, dude, it's so fucking hot here, it's so beautiful. And the kids were freaking out, and he was freaking out, and the wife and the mother were freaking out, and then they're like, oh my god, dude, we just left negative 13. So, like, the next 2 days we went to SeaWorld and Disney, and we did a lot of off the beat stuff, because they were like, what do you recommend we do? I said, take your fucking time. We'll get you some passes, we'll go to, like, all the theme parks, but, just kind of enjoy yourselves. Which I recommend everybody take your fucking time when you're in Florida. The first thing I get asked, we want to go see the Gators. So there's Gators you can see. It's like the fucking putt and I Drive, which is here in Orlando. But if you really want a cool place to go, I think they're not open yet because they were on the meeting list yesterday. What is it? You want to go to Fun Spot, which is fucking amazing. It is really fun. It's got like 4 golf cart tracks and bumper cars, and then like a video game thing on the side. And there's like a lot of gaming, and it's really, 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 really fun. I like that place. And they got wooden roller coaster and all that kind of stuff. I took my friends to that with his kids. He's like, "What do you think we do for just some fun?" I was like, "We go to Fun Spot." And like, "What the hell is that?" I was like, "Follow me." So we took a day out. We went to Fun Spot, and the kids were like, "I don't know," and they fucking had a ball. I mean, they loved the Disney thing, but Disney was like, I was telling them, I was like, be careful. And they're like, what? I'm like, sleep. Get some sleep before Disney. Get some sleep before Universal and SeaWorld, because it's just a lot of walking. It's a lot of walking, no matter if you get express or not express. It's just so much fucking walking with kids and this, that, and the other thing. But yeah, they took my advice. They had a great time. We had some good food, and they were generous to me, and I was generous to them. And every time I was like, I got them in the park. Like, when we were walking, I brought them into Universal, and I got them to Disney passes from a friend. And the funny part is, we could ask this fucking question. People bitch about fucking prices. I said all the time. We walk in, and getting into me and him were just jogging. The family went in before us, and we got them in. We're like, hey, just meet us there. We're gonna get a cup of coffee, and we just caught up, and we're just wanted to check, because it's been like a week, and we get like halfway. It's like I think it's like Thursday, and they were flying out Saturday, so they just decided to kind of take it slow, and they had a great time. Like, we just did a lot of fun stuff, and we did a day to the beach. Like, they were like, what do you recommend we do? I was like, go to the beach. It's fucking quiet. But you need a downtime day. Like, I'm wanting to telling them, like, you might want to do this first, and Disney can wear you the fuck out and take a day off. Like, then go to the flea markets or whatever. Like, there's so many good flea markets here. I go to a lot of flea markets just to find some really cool shit, because, like, you can find tools for next to nothing. We got one right next to Renegger's flea market right where I'm at. And I remember I was chilling with a guy and looking at his booth, and he had so much fucking tools and knickknacks. So I was sitting on the floor, and my fucking crutches were on the side, and there. And he looks at me and he goes, "Looking for something special?" I said, "No, I'm just trying to find some fucking ratchets." And he goes, "I'll make a deal with you." And he hands me a little fucking bag or a little bucket that he had. He goes, "You can fill that up whatever you find, $50. Deal?" I said, "Alright." So that turned in a little bigger because he's like, he saw me there and I was looking for certain sockets and shit and some little screwdrivers, and I went through all his toolboxes. He even threw in a toolbox for me. He goes, "Fuck it." He goes, "Here, take that toolbox there." I took a toolbox and he goes, "That's yours." I went, "For real?" He goes, "Yeah, take it." So, I like flea markets. I like haggling a little bit with people. Some cool people. I like to haggle with cool people. So, then you get to chat with them and see what their life's like, and they can see my arm, my New York Giants, tattoo. I'm from New York. Everybody goes, "Why do you have the Giants on?" Giants fan plus I'm from New York. Why would I spell out New York? And I like, New York's on fire. It's on fire. But it's just a fucking blast to have fun and just, So we took them to flea markets, and it's like always plan your fucking days with your family, because like you don't want to do theme parks that much, man. You really don't. You get in like Disney's like number 1 and Universal number 2. And, excuse me. I have friends that are like, "What do you recommend? What do you recommend doing?" I was like, "Whatever. Whatever's good." And, SeaWorld's okay. I mean, I haven't done the Sesame Street. I do want to check it out, but that's a whole other fucking ball game with it. So with its own prolonged employees and shit. SeaWorld has fucked their employees, I will say that. At least that's what the news and my friends who've worked for SeaWorld have said. They've said some pretty gnarly shit I won't repeat here. And it's horrible. It's horrible. Like I said, COVID has really fucked up a lot of companies. And then like a lot of people, like somebody hit me up for small business and they're like, aren't you one of like, you can apply for the... I'm like, I'm not missing on a fucking payroll. I barely make any payroll. I'm okay. I'm alright. I'm not dying. I'm good. I've got money coming in. Little by little. Nothing great, but got money coming in. It's funny how many fucking, I'm checking on a package that getting delivered to a friend. The guy that I did 3D printing for. Gotta check on it, make sure it's getting, it got picked up. Just making sure it got taken care of. Excuse me. Yeah, but I feel so bad for what's been going on. Small business shit, and Lewis Rossman, I follow his stuff on YouTube. He does a lot of iPhone repair and computer repair. Okay, that hasn't been updated yet. Okay. No problema. Need to get a new iPhone case. This thing it's okay, but it's not. No bueno. New, exciting news from Bill. Our Universal page. So, everybody's like asking, are you happy to go back? Are you excited? I said, I don't know. I honestly don't know when my day is to come back. We don't know. So, I will keep you guys in the loop. I keep a lot of that shit private because never know who's listening, and that's really for me to know and for you guys really to never know. That's just the way private life is, and this is open mind, so... Excuse me. Hello. I was wondering if they did call up today, and they did. Call a little late today. I have one more. Hello. Thank you. Anyway, but yeah, I have no idea what the hell's gonna happen with everything reopening, and just take it safe and sound, and everybody be safe, and I'm glad the toilet paper fucking shortage has stopped, man, because that shit was fucking bonkers. Now I just hope the supply chain can kind of get a little better, so I can get a little more things I need, like especially like the maker stuff, the frontline stuff like gloves and shit people needed. Because they've asked us again if we wanted to sign up for the Maker Hub. They've delivered so many fucking masks and stuff like that. So I don't know what the fuck to do. I donated what I could, and I'd like to make some more stuff, but I'm not making any more yet because I know somebody who kept making. They made over shit. They said they made over like 6,000 face masks. I was like, what? They're like, yeah. and I'm not getting paid for it or anything, and it's costing me a lot of money. I'm like, well, fucking stop. Fucking stop making. Make what you can, then fucking stop. No one kept telling you to fucking make them. So people, that's okay. That's another thing I'm gonna touch on before we sign off. Some assholes have been out there for the maker to volunteer to make a community to make special masks, the clip-ons for the shield and stuff like that. Some fucking fuckface. Two people reported this motherfucker, and he was fucking charging like I think $1, $2 per fucking for ear savers for fucking the nurses and shit. Doctors said so they don't have pain on their face. And I made a couple, and I donated them to like my local place here. I cleaned them up and alcoholed them and sent them over to the nurses, and they had a fucking huge box of them. So I said, oh, I thought I'd make a few, and some girls, they took them. They were very happy to have them. They said, oh, thank you so much. But some fuckface was fucking charging for them because he could, and I'm like, the girl that was posted on the post, she was like, do I report this? And we're all like, yeah. Yeah, it's called volunteering, not fucking make money from it. You know, it's called volunteering. If you can. If you can't, okay, that's okay. Don't. You know? Like I donated my fucking time. She shouldn't have fucking, they shouldn't fucking have done that. But, I don't fucking, people are fucking stupid. I felt bad for her though, because she made like over like 6,000. I was like, what the fuck? She's like, oh, I'm really getting down to my last pennies. It's like, nobody told them to make 6,000 of them. You know? Well, you don't know who's going to be in need. And I'm sure there's going to be a fucking round 2 of this virus. I'm sure there's going to be a fucking round 2. So better be unsafe than sorry. Yeah, that's cool. But, I don't know, man. Make what you can. You don't need, it's something, a thing got up there, like, are you still making the things? It's like, I said, I know, I stopped because they're so fucking overly supplied. You know? They have so many that they don't know what to fucking do with, you know? I went to one place and they said, please, no more. We have over boxes. They had I think they said they had over 10,000 face shields. I said, holy shit. And they said, that's not, they have 10,000 and it wasn't that many doctors. I think they have, 500 doctors and they have over 10,000 face shields? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's insane. That's when you know you went a little bit overboard with your 3D printing, but you did it for a good cause. I wrote my shit off in taxes because I can. I didn't make any money from it. I just wrote off the material and time, or material and power is what I wrote off. I didn't write off my time because it's my own volunteer time. So what I wrote off was my power, what I tracked with the application that runs the printers, and then I tracked the material, which it told me how much it would cost. So it was easy to fix, Somebody's like, what are you allowed to write off? I'm like, if you run a business, you're allowed to write off your material and your power consumption, your utility. That's it. You can't write off your fucking time. You're volunteering your time. Now your material and the power, yeah, write that off. Write that off as an expense because you're volunteering to make these for these people. I know people that fucking have spent thousands of dollars on doing this for helping others, and that's great. It's a beautiful thing, but it's hurting them financially too. And I'm like, help out when you can. If you can't afford to do so, then don't. No one's going to judge you for not helping. At least spread the word. That's the best thing you can do, spread the word. It takes 2 seconds to fucking share something. But it is what it is, God. Alright. I think I'm going to call it on this podcast. I knew it was going to be a long one with the 2-hour mark, and, yeah, we did it. Another podcast in the books, and I thought we'd get almost up here. Hopefully we can get to episode 100 by the end of the summer. Hopefully. Like I said, I've been lazy. It's been rough not wanting to podcast. And like I said, if you guys want to jam out on the Open Mind Gaming, be on the Discord or whatever, just jam with us, please, you guys are welcome to hop on in and say hello. Say hello. You're more than welcome to do so. Just please do, if you send a friend request to my gamer tag, I'll EQ5, or my gaming, please, just let me know who you are, because usually I don't, people send me friend requests, and they say, hey man, if you found me through this podcast, or the website, or whatever have you, which the website will be going back up shortly. I'm going to be getting it back up and running. Pernisco and I have been talking about it. It's just getting funds together, and I have a little bit of funds to put together to get the website up and running. The domain is safe and sound. It's just financially it wasn't the time to do it. So I think it's time to get it back up and running. I got a little finances to do so. So it's probably going to be a little more organized. I'm probably going to be taking some of that donation shit. You don't need to donate or anything. I don't believe people need to be doing that. If you wanted, I'll leave something up there. So if you guys want to put a few bucks in there, just like the material, or if you want me to 3D print something, maybe we can do that in the future. I don't know. I don't want to have anybody feel obligated to do anything. Like, click, subscribe, all that shit. You know what to do. I hate when people, please click, please subscribe, please put that. If you watch the gaming videos that we put up, we even fucking make fun of it ourselves. I believe you should, if you like the content, you like the content. You don't need to fucking, but I need sponsors and I need this. It's like, yeah, I would like to get a sponsor. I would like to help pay for some of the podcasting and some of the fees, and shit like that. But I'm not into fucking, it wouldn't be nice not to have to work a job where I work and we're doing this shit. But a lot of it's on me too, so, I hope we can get it moving and grooving, but you know what to do, and, but yeah, if you send me a request, feel free to do so. Please, no fucking trolling. I don't have fucking time for this. I really don't. I got so much shit that I'm just like, really? I mean, if you fucking get you up, and Jesus, fucking, do it to somebody else. I ain't got fucking time for that shit. I really don't. I just should be a fucking friend with everybody. I get that a lot. People fucking, especially through Facebook, man. I get a lot of those fucking, I get a Facebook fucking trolls. And fucking bots or somebody fucking trying to fucking have me, the other day they went to my fucking company thing and a client was really trying to get a hold of me and asked me a question. Somebody really was trying to get a hold of me and I was talking with him and he goes, hey, about this project, blah, blah, blah. We're sitting there chatting. He's got a delay because he's got a daughter and wife and stuff, so he's chatting about something he wants to have built. And he said, hey, what do you think about me getting a printer? Like, can I help out with some of the stuff? Would you be willing to help me print or set up anything? And we're kind of going back and forth, trying to help each other out. And then, fucking this person is fucking kind of somewhat trolling me with fucking, we review, please become part of us and you can review our products and we'll reimburse you your money. I said, that's not how fucking reviewing works. Reviewing works fucking, you send me the fucking product, I review it, you get that's what you do, you get a review back from me. You get free fucking feedback. You sent me something to review, for feedback, I feedback it. Not fucking, I go ahead and I buy something, review it, and then I get reimbursed. That's not how it fucking works, because then you could fucking tell me no. It's not, I'm not fucking stupid. I've had that with a couple 3D printing companies where they're like, you buy a filament, and then we'll reimburse you. It's like, no, you fucking send me filament, and then I'll use it, and then I'll fucking give you the review. And we'll give you an honest fucking review. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's good, it's good. But I will gladly fucking give you honest feedback. I had a few companies send me honest shit. They're like, hey, try this out, let us know. And I wrote them back, and I was like, hey, I like this, I don't like this. And they're like, what's wrong with it? And I was like, this. And they went, aha, you're not the only one who said that. Thank you. What else do you like about it? I said, I don't like this, and is this how it's supposed to work? And they're like, it is. What problems are you having? And I said, well, listen, that's a fucking review. You give the company honest feedback. Not like, okay, you buy something and then fucking blah, blah, blah. We give you a thing, and it's like, yeah. So, like I said, if you're going to hit top on the Open Mind thing, you're more than welcome. I'm also on, I'm also on Nintendo Switch. I can put the code on there, but I'll put it somewhere. Maybe I'll do a fucking Open Mind Gaming thing. I don't know. If you do, just hit up openmindgaming@gmail.com. That's all one word, openmindgaming@gmail.com. Link will be down below in the description. I'll do that because I've already made the email and haven't used it. And if you have any questions for the podcast or myself or would like to be on the podcast or just want to shoot the shit about gaming or whatever, like hit me up like, hey man, I like what you do, whatever. Can we chat? I'd love to do that with you. Fuck, why not? Hit me up, say hello. I'm me. Hi. Hit me up at themindunleashedpodcast@gmail.com. themindunleashedpodcast@gmail.com. That will be the strict email just for the podcast. Strict email just for Open Mind Gaming. Because me, Pernisco, and Dakota, and a few other friends play. We'd love to have you guys join the party. Have fun. Play with us. We're pretty cool people, and we just love to jam out, man. We love to have a good time and chat. We're really fucking weird, and we're unconventional. We talk about a lot of stupid shit from gay talk to just fucking weird shit, because that's how life should be. You should be honest, you should always be yourself. It should be true, you true yourself. And, like somebody said, why do you curse a lot in your podcast? Well, later in life, and fucking now I want people to know who and what they're dealing with, not the fucking person behind the mirror, you know? Like, I've met many companies like that. Somebody, I'm not gonna name the company, some big fucking ones that I talked to their departments, and their people were fucking rude. They're nice on paper. When you get to talk with them on email, they're just, no way. They're not who they say they are, and you meet them, and they're like, oh, no, you're not who you say you are. You know what you get with me. You're gonna get an honest to goodness person. I have a very horrible fucking mouth, but that's the person you need to talk to. I'm very blunt with my clients because my clients deserve honesty and they deserve fucking quality. Quality over quantity. You know, that's the way I work, and I'm sorry if people don't think about that, but it's hard to get quality nowadays, especially from fucking people, and an honest to goodness fucking answer. If you can't do it, like I said previously, can't do it, don't fucking say you can. Direct them to the correct person that could do it for them for the correct price. I'm not a fucking good CAD modeler. I'm still learning my CAD, and I had 2 people I know who do CAD modeling. I send people their way. I'm like, hey, go check out this person. This person's really good. The rates are pretty decent. Check them out. Oh, I was hoping you could do it. No, I can't. I've lost like over 21 projects this last 2 months because I refused to go down in pricing with my 3D printing because, you know, I'm honest. I mean, I think my prices are very reasonable. I showed my friend my pricing, and he goes, your pricing is fine. He's like, that's pretty fucking reasonable compared to Shapeways, compared to other manufacturers, 3D printing fucking companies. They're expensive. Which some guy hit me up and he was like, hey, da-da-da. I said, it's gonna cost this. And he went, I said, well, go check out Shapeways. Go check out this company. He did, and he came right back to me a fucking minute later. He was like, how much are you getting? I said, this. He goes, and when do you think it up by advance? I said, probably in a couple of weeks. He goes, okay. So I've got a couple more 3D printing projects with those covers coming up. I just been behind the schedule and just really, with Corona being the way it is, and just really haven't been in the mood to really get back on the printers and make them. I really won't want to play with the laser cutter, but still buying parts for that because we'll talk about more of that in the future, and hopefully I can. Ooh, that sucked. Sorry for your ears. Sorry. Laser cutter and show you guys how that works, and I'm learning that all from scratch, so I'm really excited to learn that. A little bit nervous about learning that, but we'll see. I'll take you guys on the journey with that one. So, like I said, you guys know what to do. Honestly, give a few of my guys in the beginning some love. Let them click on their links, show them what especially Pavel over at 3D Scan to CAD. Check him out. Check out Daniel. Lyft, I use them every so often, and I really like using them. I got a few friends that drive a Lyft, and I really recommend them for those, especially with disabilities, to get around and about. Pricing isn't too bad. I haven't taken a Lyft recently, but a friend of mine, she's been doing it consistently on and off. She does it pretty much like somewhat full time, and she said it's good. It's just, right now it's been kind of wild and just taking precautions. I haven't really asked her what the precautions are. I haven't really read the new Lyft procedures. But, yeah, I prefer Lyft over anything. I think it really helps for those, especially with those disabilities, to get where they need to go safely. And the drivers are always, these are drivers I've had have been very nice. I've had maybe three drivers that were like fucking no bueno. The one driver, like I said, I hopped in his vehicle, and Lyft already knows it, so this is an open story. I'm not going to give a name. But I went to go from our city walk from Universal to home, which was only like about 3 to 4 miles away. But I didn't want to fucking walk or nothing like that, because you got to go down to all these, Yeah, so it's rough to take a cab. Cabs are much more expensive. So I hopped in this car, and the minute I hopped in this car, they don't know where you're going until you. That's why I learned. Friends of mine who do Lyft, and they told me all the ins and outs and shit. They don't know where you're going until you get in. It says, okay, you're going, boom, and then they can look at it and go, okay, cool, let's keep going. And usually the drivers are fucking super cool. Like, they're not making a lot of money from your ass, obviously, because Lyft is fucking them in some areas. Oops, I said it. It's the truth. Sorry, Lyft. It's the fucking truth. What I've heard and what I do know, because I have people that drive for Lyft who told me. And your drivers have told me that too. And one of the drivers one day fucking went apeshit on me in the car. I don't even know. I didn't want to talk about the guy was a white dude, but he really was a heavy-set dude. Kinda, maybe a white supremacist. I don't fucking know. Just a really just really upset, having a rough day, man. He was like, let me have it. Not even with me. He even said he wasn't trying to take it out on me, but he just was really pissed off with Lyft and how they're just fucking the drivers with their money and stuff like that. It's true, they have. But You know, it is what it is. I'll still take a Lyft nevertheless because they really focus on driving and stuff like that. And a lot of my friends who do drive for them, you know, they say that why they drive for them. It's a job, and number one, it's decent. There are problems, and it's very open. There is problems, and hopefully they can fix some of the problems with the drivers. But like I said, one driver I had, I got in, he fucking refused to take me anywhere. He goes, "Oh man, I can't take you." I went, "What?" The app's working. He goes, "No." He goes, "Yeah, man, you got to get another driver. I can't. So I fucking hop out of the car. Fucking, I go, "What the fuck?" He cancels the fucking ride. And I go, "I better not be fucking charged for a fucking late fee, man. That's fucked up." And he goes, "Well, I can't take you, man." The reason why he wouldn't take me is because it wasn't far enough for him on the list. And then one guy hopped into his car, complained to me that he only does rides to Disney and back because it's a lot more money for him. He makes more lucrative money. The short rides, you know, which are like 6 miles, 7 miles, they don't make that much money from that. And that's also all my friends who do that for a living. They went, "Yeah, we don't make a lot of money from it, but I don't fucking, if I know it's you, I'm not going to fucking kick you out of the car. That's stupid." And all the drivers I've spoken to about that, they all went, "What the fuck?" They said, "You got in the car." I talked to the next person who grabbed me, who I've had before. She was good. She's taken me 3 times, actually. Took me 3 times randomly. And, she waved her hand out, and she goes, "I guess I'm taking you home again." I went, "Yeah, pretty much." She goes, "What happened?" I said, "I just saw you got in the guy's car." I said, "Yeah, I just got in this car, and apparently she reported him." She goes, "Can you give me his name?" And I said, "Yeah, I got a screenshot of his, his name and shit." So she reported him to Lyft, and so did I. She goes, "I need you to report him to Lyft because that's not right. Somebody like you, especially with a disability, you can't be kicked out of a vehicle like that. You know, that's rude. They can't just do that. You know." So a lot of my friends did the same thing. That's pretty fucked up that somebody would just do that because it wasn't the right amount of money he was going to be making. So, you know, but I'm not knocking the Lyft anyway. That's the drivers I've had. Other than that, 90 times out of 10, I've had great drivers, and I've had great conversations. They're really, really chill. I've had maybe like we missed our spot twice. We were jamming about some Tesla talk, and we were just jamming, talking, having a good time. And he missed my turn like twice. And he goes, "Oh shit!" And he goes, "Geez," he goes, "Dude, don't tip me." So he told me not to tip him, and he apologized for the. We were just jamming, and the price didn't go up at all. He asked me not to tip him because of the mistake. And he goes, don't tip. And I went, "Are you sure?" He goes, "Yeah, don't tip." He goes, "I'm sorry about that, man." He goes, "We were just jamming." So I wrote that in the bio. I said he wasn't a bad driver. We just kind of started jamming and talking, having a good time. And we were just jamming. He actually didn't want the conversation to end. We were just, so he, like I said, one of my drivers, we sat in my parking lot for an hour and we just jammed and talked. And he was cool as fuck, man. He was talking about him and his wife moved to Orlando and stuff. It was pretty fucking cool. There's really cool conversations you can have with really cool people that, who are just really cool people who just, they do it to do it. Just to make some money, some extra side cash. I think the weirdest one I've ever gotten was a guy who was a lawyer. Yeah. Fucking hopped in the guy's car. I had a decent car. Had a Mercedes? No, it was Lexus. And really cool guy, really chill. He's doing some runs. And he asked me, he goes, what are you doing here? Like, what do you, we chatted, Is he okay, everything good? So, taking me home. I was going a little bit farther than usual. And so I asked him, I said, "Oh man, like, how do you like Lyft? What are you treating it?" And he goes, "It's not bad. I've been doing it for a while, and I'm just doing it because I have I'm out of the office today, and I need to make a little bit of money. So I decided to do a couple of rides because I needed to clear my head." And I said, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" He goes, "I'm a lawyer." I went, "Fucking lawyer?" "Yeah, the guy's a fucking what the fuck? I forget what kind of lawyer he was. He was a real estate lawyer, something like that. I said, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah." So he gave me his card and stuff. I said, "Why are you doing this?" And he goes, case in point, he was dealing with a case. He was busy in the office, but he had to wait a little bit while, so he decided to leave the office, clear his head, and do a couple of rides. He said it kind of relaxes him. He's dealing in paperwork and just people fighting over housing, or no, we own this, but we want to sue for this, and so that's what he deals with. And he was telling me a little bit about it. Didn't say much. He couldn't go more into detail, but he was telling me a little about that. So I thought that was kind of cool that you get to meet people like that. And I've had a couple of coworkers actually who do Lyft pick my ass up too. One of my friends who works for Hard Rock picked me up one night. He goes, "Didn't I just fucking see you?" I went, "Yeah." So he ended up taking me home. It was cool, So I got a lot of personal numbers from Lyft. A lot of people, if I know them in the area, I'll text them privately and say, "Hey man, if you want to, direct, a few of my friends, I'll pay them directly. Like we'll will pay through Venmo or something like that. You know, a lot of my friends would do it. If I know that they're in an area, I'm like, hey, can you drop your finished lifting? Can you take me home? And usually they will. They'll like, hey man, I'm in here. I'll be there. Be to you in 5 minutes. You know, I'm finishing a lift ride or override. You know, but yeah, like I said, give my people some love. We see. Weast Production is not gone, guys. He's just taking a hiatus from Weast Productions. He hasn't left me or anything like that. It's like, yeah, not because he hated me. It's just because he's going in a different direction in life. We spoke about Weast Productions, and he still going to does it, but he's going to be going into a lot more comedy and stuff like that. I'm going to be having him on the podcast sometime soon. It's just that he's doing his own podcast too. But he's kind of stepping away from the photography. It's kind of not where his heart is anymore. He enjoyed doing a lot of photography and stuff like that, but he's going to kind of work into more of his comedy and more of his stuff that he wants to do in podcasting. So he kind of talked to me about getting into it, podcasting. So that's what he's pretty much doing. He didn't leave me because I was a bad person. It's just because he's taking a little hiatus from what he does. He's even told me that he's like, yeah, I'm stepping away from Weast Productions for a while. I don't think it's what I want to do anymore. And so my hat's off to Weast and hope everything goes well with his podcast. I will get the name of it sooner or later and I'll give it to you guys. Hopefully I can have Weast on because he's a really cool cat. I think he'd be cool to chat with about, his comedy and stuff like that in New York. And, it'd be cool as fuck to talk with him. But yeah, don't feel like, what about that Weast Production guy? Yes, we're still friends. I still talk to him. He's taking a hiatus from his, from that and, probably moving on to something else new. And he just told me not to promote it anymore. So I said, okay. So what do you want to do? He goes, feel free to drop out. You don't have to say anything anymore. He appreciated it. The hell. He said, you were great. You were wonderful. I appreciated all the traffic you were driving because I was driving people. So thank you for those who were clicking on his link and driving a little traffic his way to check him out. And for those who did get work through him or recommended to other people, thank you. I appreciate it because that's the point of helping other people. That's the thing, man. I do it for them, and they're not paying me anything, honestly. I do have a partnership with 3D SCAN to CAD. I can't really go into the details of what he does for me. It's a little bit of pricing for me, but for services. But other than that, I can't recommend his services enough. We met through Facebook, and it's been really, really good. He's amazing. And his work, I wouldn't promote him if I didn't think we had a real chat on the phone. And I told him honestly, man, I said, I'm not here to fucking bullshit people. So let's if you're gonna do this, let's do it right, and let's do it honestly. And he was on board with it. So yeah, definitely check out that 3D SCAN to CAD. If I promote him on the page, the Open Mind page on Facebook, definitely give it a check, a link, or send it to friends that that need reverse engineering or 3D scanning. He's done a lot of he can do other stuff. He doesn't just do cars and stuff like that. So I asked him to send me some videos so we can kind of get that on the video podcast for you guys, and hopefully I'll be able to put it up. I just haven't fucking edited these because it's just so many videos. I don't want to put a lot of fucking work into it. You're not getting paid to do this. It's not really worth sitting down in front of the fucking MacBook, which I am sitting on right now, to really give me the fucking drive to do it. So, I'm not getting paid to do these, so I just do it. It's just fun to get shit off my own brain and talk with you lovely folks who click the fucking play button and give me the love and support to fucking keep doing these. And I appreciate all you guys clicking that play button. You don't have to, but you do. Like I'm a fucking nobody, and this has gone to now 87 episodes. Who the fuck knows where it's gonna end? It's probably not gonna end. I don't want to end, but somebody's like, when are you gonna stop us? I still have no fucking clue. I just want to keep going. It seems fun. It's just the hiatus from all this was a bit, I just, the COVID shit and then getting lazy with the printing, and hopefully I can get the YouTube page looking a little better. I'm probably going to take a lot of the videos, though, and put them on the Open Mind website. I just couldn't afford the website keeping it up. It just, financially, it hurt a little bit. Like I said, I have a little funds put aside now, so I'm going to probably live on the website. That way I can just monitor my own stuff, and I know YouTube likes to be a bitch about taking videos down, and they're becoming their own worst enemy. So, we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna keep a donation thing. If you see the PayPal me thing, it's not me being a fucking dick either. You see the Open My pay me, whatever. It's just the way I have it set up. Please don't fucking take it as such. If you want to donate a few bucks here and there, please do so. If you don't, please, do and don't. It's not me being a fucking con or just being like a fucking ass. It's just something everybody was doing. So I was like, my one friend was like, hey, you should put the fucking link up there your thing, if they want to donate a few bucks to help you with the podcast, or maybe help with the website, or what have you, or help you buy some material so you can show people how to use it, maybe you put that up there. And I was like, alright, well, what do I do? He's like, well, put it up there. So please note, I wasn't trying to be a dick with that shit. The donation thing, people do that shit all the time. I'm gonna try to take that down too, the wish list, because, I don't know. Let me, if you feel like I should keep it, I'm gonna leave that to you guys. If you guys feel like I should keep that shit up there, let me know. Yeah, it's not me trying to be a fucking cunt. Everybody's doing something different, so I'm just gonna leave some stuff up there, and I'm taking the wish list down with the website and the PayPal me. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it there. With the name, please don't take it as such of fucking me being a cunt trying to do your money. But if you enjoy the content and fucking shit or whatever, do what you want. If you want to fucking donate, do. If you want to fucking click the play button, click it. I'm not here to beg for cash or anything, because it's like I work a fucking part-time job, so, it would be nice to do more of the open mind shit more often. It's funny, with being fucking gone from work for like 2 months, a lot of the 3D printing stuff is picked up, which you would think it never would, but it did. I was talking to my friend, and he goes, did you get a lot of work? I said, a lot of fucking work. I said, a lot of clients. I got over 6 clients. He goes, wow. Yeah, I said, yeah, man, I had more time to work with the clients than I did, so, thank you for the clients, though, for clicking and saying hello to me, and everybody's, salute all of you guys, man. You guys have been great to me, and, I hope to get John more on board. I gotta fucking get a hold of him and get him more on board of OpenMind, because he's the co-founder of OpenMind, and, gotta get him into this shit. But, yeah. So please, like I said, you see the links, you see the PayPal me. I still think it's a fucked up thing that I have it there, but that's the way it's set up, and please don't take it as such. I don't want to do a fucking Patreon, because, I don't fucking understand. I don't understand it. I don't understand Patreon. I really don't. So I have to fucking do something and then fucking do this and then give you something a tier. Everybody should be given the same fucking treatment. And if they want to contribute to help you continue to make the process, then they can. If they want to, if they don't want to, that's perfectly fine. Like, I got a friend who did Patreon and like fucking was going apeshit because she was running out of fucking things to make people. Like she was making magnets and shit, like homemade magnets, to say thank you to her fucking patrons. And I'm like, or making like photos, like photography photos. I'm like, yeah, I can't justify fucking Patreon. I can't justify the tier system. I thought about it, but I still don't get it. Like, but I'm going to add more extra content in the end of it. Like, me farting, it's like, what more would I want to keep in the fucking videos or the podcast? Like, what more are you guys gaining? I don't understand it. I've got a few friends who have Patreons, and I'm like, or subscribe to me. The Twitch shitty too. It's like, and the companies are more likely fucking the creator, more than anything. It's like I applied for a thingy, and I don't even know if I got that shit. And I applied for fucking Anchor. I applied for all these partnerships, and nobody's taking a fucking chance on me. No one has taken a chance. Not one fucking person. Pavel's the only one that's fucking taking a chance and saying, "Hey man, can we fucking partner because you promoted my shit, and I see you do shit. Can you promote some of my stuff?" So he was the 3D Scan to CAD was the only one that hit me up directly and like, "Hey man, can we partner together?" And I'm like, "Sure, I would love to partner with you. I got tons of friends that need shit 3D scanned." And he said, "Sure, man. I live in Miami." I said, "We got like a lot of background, and seems like a cool cat. I have his actual phone number. We chat, and seems like a cool cat." Like I said, definitely can't recommend him enough. And Cass and Cashlight. I can't recommend Sharman Law because he was fucking great. He was great to us, and I can't recommend Honest to Goodness Attorney. Angie's a great fucking friend of ours and a great person of ours. She's phenomenal. I can't recommend her enough. I want to put people on this fucking shit that I trust. That way when you guys click on it, it's with quality. It's not with me being, this person's paying me money. If somebody's fucking paying me, I'm gonna let you know they're paying me fucking money. Cause I wish some people would. I wish I was getting like a fucking $1,000 a month. That'd be fucking great. I love when YouTubers are like, "I'm not making any money." It's like, you're not making any money. Really. And you're doing fucking, this is why I'm selling merchandise, and this is why I'm doing this, and this is why I'm doing that. It's like, okay, aren't you working a fucking full-time job too? Yeah, people make money. I mean, YouTube's not fucking ripping everybody off. Come on now. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Hopefully I can get on the podcast under my belt before the month is over. Anyway, be safe. happy Universal reopening soon. Disney, who the fuck knows when that's going to be open. You know where to click. You know where to do all your shit. And I'm going to leave all the podcast stuff down below. You know what to do. Now that you know all the shit that's been going on with me. Like I said, if you want to enjoy the Nintendo stuff, please leave me an email at openmindgaming@gmail.com. It's openmindgaming@gmail.com. The podcast is going to be themindunleashedpodcast@gmail.com. And what else? Ollie, what else did fucking make you idiot? The openmindindustries@gmail is just our major email. You know where to hit that with that. If you're looking to get some 3D printing stuff done. And please with the 3D printing stuff. If you really do, and if I give you a quote, please say yay or nay. I've been getting a lot of freaking emails for that. And I've been saying, is that okay? I am budget friendly, but I'm not going to fucking rip you off. I really do look through numbers and go, okay, well, this is what I'm making. Most of the time, I don't make much. A couple clients have hit me up, and soon-to-be clients, and they really haven't hit me back with anything. They love the boo. I want that. Okay, well, how much do you want? Or when? This is my price. Like, this is what it charges. You know? Yeah, I gotta make a little something off the fucking thing to make more about the product, yeah. You know? And trust me, my work is not bad, people. I'm not fucking trying to become a millionaire. Just trying to make ends meet and keep the business rolling. It costs money to run a business. I hope you know that. So I'm not ripping you off. I don't get people, but yeah, please, yay or nay. If you don't like it, I can work within your budget, but please don't come at me with a fucking number. I really have to look at each detail, because a lot of times I am getting ripped off with fucking having to slice it and look at it and shit to it, the model, to make it work properly and then give you the best quality possible. I mean, the reviews speak for themselves on fucking Facebook. They speak for themselves. People do not lie. They're fucking not just pushing me to push me. You know? Anyway, you know where to click, you know where to like, subscribe to my channel, buy my underwear. That's our fucking joke on subscribe to my channel, buy my underwear, and all that shit. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my Patreon, blah, 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 blah. And hit that subscribe button. You don't gotta fucking do any of that. But, I do, like I said, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully I can do another one of these, and, I knew it would be long and full of bluck and blabble, so, as always, be safe, guys. Please stay healthy. And, guys, fucking please wear your mask. Just, for the love of fucking God, just be safe. Just because you're not sick doesn't mean somebody fucking else around you isn't sick. You know? Who the fuck knows? I don't know, man. Like, just take precautions. I gotta wear fucking masks for fucking resin burning and sanding fucking bodies. Fucking Bondo. So, fuck, man. Like, and I don't want to wear a mask, but your cigarette has a filter in it now, does it? Yeah, but I vape. Well, isn't that bad enough for you, too? So, I don't know, people. Just be safe out there. Treat everybody. Love each other. Be human. Be lovely. You know, don't be a fucking dick. Don't be a troll. Alright, I guess that's it for me. And thank you guys, as always. Keep them open mind. Have a good one. I will see you. You've been listening to an Open Mind Industries production. For everything Open Mind, visit openmindindustries.com. Keep an open mind.